Poggers. This is so poggers. Hi Star, how you doing? Alright, let me look for a YouTube video. I think Creepcast has a new one. Yeah. A day ago. Pause. Wait. Raise the table. That's really high, actually. What the hell? It feels like it's been so long since I had this table at this height. Ah, yeah. Okay. Ba-da-da. Alright, switch. Oh, but also, go back here. Probably create a new one for that. Oh, Sparky! Good morning, how are you? Pinpoint this accent? Not sure. It's probably... It's... Hold on, let me grab the song for you, actually. Called Pulsar Love. How's your day? It's going. We just started. I woke up like 2 hours ago, like around 10 a.m. So... Hi Nate, how you doing? Miles Davis. All right, this is our last song, and then we'll get going with the video. Bruh. Hi, Rabbit. Watching. You'll be lurking. Good luck today. And I'm scratching my eye again. Speaking of eye drops, I'm going to the gonna get a new prescription tomorrow. Just keeps getting worse. And, I don't take good care of my eyes much. Whoa, whoa. Oh, jeez. Mm. Oh, and actually, before we watch this, I don't have sponsor skip on Opera. Mm. Oh, right. Add coins. Oh. Hi, Gwims. How you doing, Gwims? What the freak is that? Yo- oh my gosh, me and my trigger finger don't. Yeesh. Okay, just in case, do that. Delete this from here for now. And, that over there. Nice of you to finally join us, Grims. We were just talking about the new DLSS 5. You guys want your rats? Ping the Discord. I've been slacking on that again. I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that. I know. Yep. Without the rats, it's coming. It's coming. Here it is. Here it is. There you go. All right. And is everything ready? Ready? I got my glove. I got my pen. I don't have my references. I'm always prepared. Buh, 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 buh. Okay, okay, okay. Downloads. Studio. All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna pause the music. I'm sorry we didn't finish it. It was 8 minutes long. If it was a regular working session, I would have finished it. But can you guys hear that? If it's, I think it's quite loud. Let me adjust the limiter. I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
Welcome back to
Good.
Creepcast.
Good.
Today we're going to be reading one of our all-time favorite authors, Strange Accounts, on his little story called The Dolores High Invitation, part 1 of 2. It's a two-parter, folks, and it's in the 1930s. If this doesn't go skew into some kind of Lovecraftian thing, then
I'm at 99. Oh,
if you put me in the 30s,
congrats.
you better make a Lovecraft.
I was
all the highlights for yourself, Lovecraftian.
I was upset at the
French name, all that
VOD from yesterday, or like the stream from yesterday. So I was like, I'm just gonna unpublish this. And if somebody loses their streak, I'm sorry.
Not only an author that we love, we've covered his story before. The one, I forget the name of it right now, but it was the one about the band of headhunters who came across.
I see no artwork. You're not allowed to see.
And during the live show,
you're not allowed to see. This is working on NDA.
Diary of the Coal Miner's Daughter. Both of the stories we read from him have been incredible. I love his writing style. I love how he does like these historical fiction things. And now I am very proud to announce, which I should make it clear, this is not sponsored. I'm saying this because I like him. Travis has a book out. He has a book out called Strange Accounts from the American Frontier. That is an anthology book. That's a collection of different stories, as the title says, from the American Frontier. One of them is the story we covered at the live show, The Diary of a Coal Miner's Daughter. But there's also stories in
the
there
tier 3
like
cam. Well, you can kind of see it on my little monitor, but that's like censored to.
So if you like, you know, his stories, you can get a whole slew of them. We'll have it linked in the description. Again, Strange Accounts.
So even more curious. Oh, it's. I think it's very good. I'm just saying.
I was looking at the link. You can get it on Amazon as a
my best
or
piece,
on Kindle
or whatever
so
they say.
Be sure to support him.
Let me just.
That we're reading today is not in the book. I don't know. The story's not in the book, but again, everything we've read from him so far is great. So I'm excited to get into it. No comment on that. No.
Oh no, I was actually just patiently listening. I was looking up his book online and adding it to my cart. So sorry, dude.
Well, yeah, well, you should, because this is a show where we're supposed to.
Actual NDA work. Yes, I would rather not show you guys what I'm working on.
Been, you know, globetrotting around the world, traveling, doing.
And won't show us eventually. You guys will see it eventually.
If I recall right, he was in Kentucky trying to get some charges reversed, which did that go well? You said you were going to meet someone. Well, yeah, this is a live show. We'll talk about it. My bad. I forgot we're live. We'll talk about it afterwards. But yeah, he's been very busy, but you know, the show must go on, right?
You know what, man? Fuck you. Okay? Because you know good and goddamn well I would never step foot in Kentucky. Ever.
Again.
Take that away from me. Take this hat away from me.
A lot of the problems you have now.
No. I say that's all I'm gonna say. No. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, well, hopefully the show can keep going on. And if it doesn't, well, guess what? One of you lucky patrons gets to be the new co-host. So.
What is the Delarier? What does the
no dong? None dong allowed.
What does Delarier mean?
It's a name.
Okay, so it's just a last name.
Yeah, it's like a French fancy last name. Delorier. It's often pronounced
Delorier.
Yeah. Delorier. Yeah, so I imagine if I had to guess, 1930s French. This is going to be a New Orleans story.
I knew
might be back down on the bayou. Might be down with old Mr. Wells, huh? You like that?
It ain't me. Yeah. Oh, very good. This is a 1 of 2 parter. Pretty excited. Always nice dipping into Strange Accounts. I feel like we've had a lot of I don't know, weird stories lately. I feel like this is gonna ground us
my
back
funny
down
ha ha
I'm
hat.
pretty excited.
I want a better ha ha hat.
Have we had a lot of weird? What was our
Ronald
last,
McDonald House,
sitcom. Okay, yeah, Happy Appy, yeah. You know what?
Happy Appy was so bad. That was like their worst episode. I'm kidding. But it was pretty bad. It's up there.
That still is happening. The kind of the third tower that was hit, quote unquote, being Happy Appy has been catastrophic for this fandom. Never has a story been quite so. I mean, divisive. I guess I don't know. People, it's I don't know.
The number
hard
of
watch.
I read that were like, you know what? today, maybe I work in silence. Or you
I
know
just
what?
got it
This taught me
recently.
to
No, what's it
appreciate
about?
not
Also, hi,
listening to
Raccoon.
a
Thank you for 25
podcast
straight stream
video.
streak.
The amount of the amount of people that were just like, actually, I figured out that I don't like podcasts through that episode.
Fucking knew it. It was bound to
was
happen.
very
Somebody was
harrowing
gonna
to
do
hear.
it.
It was, yeah.
Someone hit us with the Justin Bieber copy pasta, and it was like, I want to thank you. My sister's been in a coma.
What's wrong with that
for,
episode?
2
Dude, it's
years,
just
and
Happy
today
Happy
while
was
listening to
just
Happy Happy,
bad.
She woke up to turn it
It was
off.
such
That's
a
Justin
hard,
Bieber creepy
hard to
pasta?
listen to, hard to.
Copy pasta.
Oh, copy pasta.
It's-
I mean, it
the
was
joke
fun
is, like, I wanna
watching
thank
Hunter
Justin Bieber
crash out,
because
I
my
guess.
sister got up to turn his music off. So, but that's the levels we've got to now.
Oh, well, that's good.
There
Hiding
was somewhere,
secrets.
I can't remember
Not
where it was
allowed
on
to
Twitter
say.
or I saw it in a comment section or something where someone was like, it was in reply to us reading it, and they're like, Happy Appy didn't
Yeah,
cause
Happy Appy.
9/11, they just witnessed it. And it's like, all right.
You know, man, this is the dance we're dancing. You know, we're it takes two to tango, and we are tangoing. I guess is how it's supposed to be.
We are in fact tangoing. Y'all like that little slide? That was cute, wasn't it?
I saw
Down
that.
to those
And I
drinks.
saw
It's
that,
cool.
and it was something. 1,000 Vulture shirt though. That's hot.
Oh yeah. Our boy Dathan Auerbach, the pen pal man himself. You know, again, after Happy Happy, you got a refresh. I got my 1,000 Vultures shirt on. I've got my. I'm reading Strange Accounts. You know, we're set up for success here, and no matter what, Hunter, you can't take this away from me, and that's what matters. Even though the entire
Good night, dude.
chat in the Patreon is
I
saying
saw a
the
different
word
dude
sniff
crash out about how
in all
bad it
caps
is.
right
I need
now.
to
Doesn't
might
bother
watch him
me.
crash
I'm
out
not gonna
about.
change it.
Yes,
So-
you should. It's fun.
I'm the one who said I appreciated it. I don't know
Cause-
why you're coming at me as if I'm one of them.
Because Wendy
Listen,
like is
I'm
trying to
looking-
take
I'm
it
looking at the
seriously,
chat
and
right now,
Hunter's
it's
just so
sniff,
done
and it's just
by
like
the end of
lips
it,
and
you know?
other things that you have said about me that are going to follow
Happy
you to the
lurking.
grave.
Sniff
Raccoon.
lips and assholes. That's what
That last one has never applied.
That's
to
what
me.
you're.
That last
That's,
one's
that's
not
the
applied
meat
to
you're
me.
made.
You
out of.
blame
That's
him?
the
No,
bones that
bro.
makes
I
you
didn't think it would be
yes.
that bad.
Sniff
It's like a.
lips and
I mean, I
assholes.
guess like a
This is
13-year-old wrote it, but you know.
All right. Sniffs lips and assholes. Also, I like that your
having a good
I
time.
like that your
having a good
malformed
time.
fucking hand is all healed up now too. I'm glad to see that was.
This one's just kind of scarred a little bit.
Yeah.
This one's still like the
I don't wanna see that, bro. I don't wanna see that.
forever now. So that's cool.
You've been able to hop back on that dirt bike and really give her hell since then, or no?
Shut up. My buddy texted me. He saw a clip of you making fun of me because he's been making fun of me religiously, and he called me just to be like, "I saw that guy you do a podcast with making fun of you too," and I just hung up. So I'm getting it everywhere from every angle.
No, that was getting it from everywhere and every angle.
Okay.
Sniffs lips and assholes.
Okay. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good episode.
Or a book about a guy getting trapped in a
Sure, are you
house
ready,
is
Hunter? Are you ready to get into
it is not the right
Let's do it.
size. I famously
The
can't
Delorier Invitation.
really be adapted into an audiobook or
1930.
digital version because of
Monday,
pages
October
you're supposed to
20th,
unfold.
1930.
Oh, I've heard
The
about that.
Invitation.
No, I haven't.
The
I haven't
post
read
came in
it.
the afternoon. Bundle of political circulars.
Hi,
and
Pink. How you doing,
subscription
Pink?
flyers, And one curious envelope the color of bone. No return address. A gold seal pressed in the wax showed two wings spread inside a triangle. It had the sort of symmetry one finds in the blueprints of the new modernists, neither abstract nor realistic, simply exact. Inside was a letter written in a precise,
Oh, I
meticulous
even need to
hand.
do that, and I'm just gonna
Paper was
reference it.
heavier than common stock, faintly perfumed with something metallic, like freshly minted coins or struck brass.
To the recipient, Rowan McCallie, you are hereby invited to document, as journalist and witness, the opening of my private estate in the northern forest of the Adirondack Mountains of New York.
New
Your
York.
stay shall begin Friday morning and conclude Sunday evening. All provisions have been prepared. You'll be housed in comfort and
Did you start
free
reading it
access
yet,
to the
Up?
grounds, provided you observe the
Tell me how
itinerary
it is.
included in
I
the
do
mail.
want
Meals and
to
all in
read that
order.
book.
AD.
One of these
AD
days.
could only be one man, Auguste Delorier. He was once the sovereign king of the Art Deco world. His facades rose like temples across New York and Chicago. He had designed the grand atrium of the Pittsburgh Stock Exchange, the Ecliptic Theater in Chicago, and half the civic buildings between Albany and Montreal. Then he vanished in 1920, leaving behind no statement, no scandal, and no grave. For a decade, he has been a myth, half genius, half lunatic. And now, 10 years to the month since his disappearance, a letter arrives inviting me, of all men, to document his resurrection. I
Resurrection.
read the letter thrice before folding it again, torn on its authenticity. I had half a mind to toss it into the stove and be done with it. But this is the kind of story that wins a man an entire column. Or better yet, the kind that writes his whole career for him. That evening, I took dinner with Mercer and Denton at the press club. They made short work of their whiskey before I told them what I'd received.
Whose taste I trust.
Mercer leaned back and tapped his empty glass.
You serious? The
I hope it's a good
ghost himself is
read.
calling you up into the pines?
I think it'll be
That's what he
interesting.
says. He's dead.
I wonder how they
Said
printed it
flatly.
though.
Everybody knows that. It's just a bait of
Like,
it's just
how
a
much would
debate
it be
now.
to print a book like
Some say
that?
suicide. Some say he drowned in
Suicide.
Paris, but they all agree he's gone and buried. Why the hell would you go and waste your time to see this fraud? Because I was invited. And because, as far as I'm aware, there's no grave bearing the name Augustus Darley.
Although,
Are you okay there, Den? It sounds like you just had a stroke.
No. I'm just saying I had never seen that name Augustus Darley.
I've never heard of August Dollywood in my life.
unhand me. What did I do?
Mercer grinned across the table.
You think he's alive and well, waiting up there in a marble palace just for you? You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe the man just wants some company from post-most austere columnist, or he just wants someone to tell. Fuck! Or he just wants someone to tell the world he's still worth remembering. Men like that don't vanish forever. They only will retreat for a time until the applause grows quiet enough to miss hearing. He has a legacy to maintain. Fuck! He has a legacy to maintain. After all, oh my god, fuck's it. He has a legacy to maintain after all.
It's not that big of a deal. You can just ride over it. It doesn't have to be.
It's so frustrating. I don't like
You come apart every time.
it's
like the
annoying.
smallest.
I fucking hate it.
I mess up reading too, and I just go back, do it again. You don't have to beat yourself up. It's okay. It's okay. So
You're just like me for real.
Denton wiped the corner of his mouth with a
It's okay.
napkin and frowned.
But honestly, Rowan, if he's gone 10 years, what makes you think the letter's legitimate? Could have been posted by anyone. Hell, could have been written by a loon from Pinhurst.
I shrugged.
Then I'll find out. 3 days won't kill me.
He muttered.
I'll remember that for the headline when you go missing.
Mercer raised his glass.
To the fool with a death wish. To the fool with a story.
That earned a laugh. We parted near midnight. I walked home through the cold, thinking how the city's newest towers gleam like steel fingertips under the moonlight. Bright, proud, and lifeless. Dalier
Is it
truly
that
built his
now,
own
bro?
world in the woods.
When they said
I need to see it
Hunter
with my
had
own
2
eyes.
kids,
So even
I was
stuff
like, that cannot be real.
Travis does, where he'll take. We established this guy to be some
But
huge Art Deco, like
I don't know what
roaring
to believe
20s
anymore.
designer, and now he's gone.
It's
And
not
then
hard.
even
I
he
don't
looks at the
know.
city and describes it as bright,
I mean, I
proud,
guess I've
and
been watching
lifeless,
him
and
since I
it's
was
like its
a
pride
wee
is
a wee
meaningless
child.
because of the
Hi,
greats like
Aether.
Dalier.
Hello, everybody from
So
Aether Stream. My
it
name's
further
Ree. Some people call me
mythologizes this
Misty.
figure we've only heard spoken
I'm a
of
zombie
in,
boss
like, a
VTuber.
phrase.
My
Today I'm working on an NDA, so you guys can't see.
Great Gatsby kind of thing.
But
That's where I think this is going.
an
with
NDA
it.
project.
yeah.
But thank you for trusting me with
It's
your
like
community.
Jigsaw's, where
Welcome
he,
in,
like, the 20
everybody.
swing outfit.
If you have to go raid and run, please don't let me stop
Just the
you.
puppet.
Go
Yeah,
do
it's
your
just
after
like
stream
Puppet.
care, etc., etc.
He's on a little tricycle.
He's got like a swing dress on.
Hello,
There's, like,
Karu.
music,
Hi,
like,
Aether.
the,
Hi,
the mask
Cherry.
music that-
Good God.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Also, hi,
Friday,
UD,
October 24th, 1930.
UDGDAO from YouTube chat.
En route
Welcome
to the
in.
estate. The train pulled from the Albany depot near noon. The whistle
How is it
bleeding
go?
through
I'm pretty
fog
good today.
hung over the
A
river
little
like
sniffly.
smoke from a dying
Pretty
fire.
cold. The weather's been pretty
I
cold.
carried one suitcase, a field coat, a leather notebook, and a brass fountain pen. Everything else stayed behind. A story travels best when the load is small. The journey north carried me through towns that grew smaller and stranger with
Yeah.
each stop.
Kind of annoying.
Plaster gave way to timber, timber to sheet metal roofs. Near the end of the line, we stopped at Montclair. I stepped down for coffee while the conductor worked the freight. The diner, crouched by the tracks, windows filmed with both the steam and grease of the griddle. The man behind the counter was old and narrow, with a face weathered to match the road outside.
Cold one for travel.
He said as I eased my coat over the back of the stool.
Suppose it is. Heading up toward Lawborough near Saranac. Deloria Manor. You know the road? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Why can't it just be like Jacob's Manor? Why the fuck do we have to do this French bullshit the whole goddamn time? Deloria Manor. You know the road?
Again, anytime you do that, I imagine the character.
Init
doing
naman
that.
dito, yeah.
It's like
Well,
he
it's
walks
weird,
up to him, says the name wrong.
Whether
and this diner
weird
is
in the
immediately like, every
Philippines.
time we've got to do it with the French. Why can't it be Jacob?
Honestly, a very real sentence that has probably been said before.
He stopped wiping the counter.
You mean the stone house up there near the Black Fork Trails? I'd imagine that's the one.
You gotta look at the window. No, there's nothing to see but mist and trees.
Global warming.
Ain't much up
Yes. True and real.
Nothing
But it's been
we'll see
nice to
I wouldn't go if I were you.
like just have my
There's
fan
something
on
wrong
at night.
That house hasn't
And it's
had a guest in
cold. I mean,
years.
that's how I usually
think
sleep
that's for a
anyways,
good
just having a
reason.
fan on.
It took them near 7 years and 7 dozen crew.
But it's
7 years
cold.
and a dozen crews to build that place.
And it doesn't have to be in
And
the
not one of
highest
those
setting.
crew members came back the same. It's quite the declaration. Do you have any sources for that claim? I suppose they're just stories. Lumbermen and masons see strange things when they sit on a project too long. A few of them happen to pass by and share a tale or two. August has a proclivity for flair. For a man like him, encouraging a few tales to frighten some workmen seems more plausible.
He nodded once, then muttered.
Maybe. But I've yet to see a servant of a laborer come down that path in the last 3 years. Doesn't give me a good feeling to think on why. Even a eccentric man needs a few groceries from time to time.
Bro, I am so hype right now.
Bro's
Just like
so
this
hype.
dude in the woods and the people that built the house aren't the same anymore. It's it reminds me of it's giving me House of the Worm vibes right now. That SCP I really like so much. It's just the idea of like this guy.
Face
building this
Connect? No,
fortress
I'm
out
just
there
like
with,
not supposed to
secret
show you guys what
Lovecraftian,
I'm working
as you
on.
said, machinations. I'm
Because it's
excited.
surprise type
The
shift.
waitress set down my coffee. She looked no older than 20 and had a ring
Also,
hung
hi,
from a
Daddy.
string at her throat.
Are you planning on staying up there, mister?
Just for
Kitchen,
3
in
days.
fact. I'm not even in those
Her eyes
communities.
moved towards the black surface of the mug that lay in front of me.
I'd keep the lamps lit with oil if I were you. Electricity around here tends to...
Bell over the door rang.
Grims Lazuli asked me,
Logger came in
Sister
and
Zane,
beat
tell
my
us what
arms
Rye
and
is
legs.
working on. Huh,
Thought
nice
died.
try. If Rye's trying to
Talked
keep
her
something
weather
under
and
wraps,
wages, and I
then my
finished
lips
my
are
cup.
sealed too.
See,
It's
just-
probably
it's
something
like
cool.
that.
Hey,
Knowing
yeah,
that
that's what
the
I'm
easiest way to
saying,
do off is
Zane.
something creative.
Stuff
Considering
like
we're
that.
all here
Talked
on the
her weather
stream,
and
you'll just
wages,
have
and
to
I
stick
finished my
around and
cup.
see what they
It's
reveal.
it's like an old detective novella. I love it. I thanked the old man and stepped back into the autumn air. By noon, I had transferred to a
Did I
higher
jump
motor
scare you?
car.
Yeah, I bet I
The
did.
driver was a thin fellow with grease on his cuffs and a pipe clamped between his teeth. We rode in silence for miles, the forest deepening around us until the road itself became rough patches of limestone and dirt. Kept his hands tight on the wheel.
Bro's on my side
Strange
for
place an
real.
estate.
He held the pipe stem aside and said,
Yes, sir. Strange is still for a man to live in it alone. Besides for his staff, of course. You've been up there? Close enough to see the gate. A few years back, didn't like the way it looked. The whole force leans towards it. It's a
Please let her tell
strange
us
thing.
what she's working on in Chinese.
so good. We fell quiet again. The sky turned the color of lead. Rain flirted with the windshield.
One keystroke every
Sweat
2 seconds,
sweet and
yes.
earthy in the air. I jotted a few quick notes in my lap. Landscape austere. Atmosphere
Because I don't know how to
anticipatory.
type.
Something ahead. As the miles lengthened, I felt a
I'm
change.
stupid. You might
Not
be.
in the car
It's okay.
or the weather, but in the depth between the trees. The woods seemed to draw in.
Laugh at him!
Branches closing like a caged thing. When the
No.
driver finally braked, I saw the start of a private lane vanishing into black spruce ahead.
Everybody uses the wrong thing. Maybe I should just remove that.
On for maybe another mile. You see the gate window
Hey,
east of
bruh,
manor.
bruh. Hey,
I
bruh,
stepped
bruh.
out, the frost biting through my gloves.
You're not coming up? I'd rather not.
I paid him.
Discreet
He
asked
had the
me,
card
Beast
turned
AI
before I
tell us
finished
what she
gathering
is
my
working
things from
on
the
in
forest
Old
floor.
English. Lo,
The
I have
wheels
married
hissing away
what
on the wet
mysteries lie
leaves.
within Rice
I
endeavors,
watched the
forsooth.
taillights fade
Yet,
into the
'tis
mist
whispered
until
amongst
they
the
looked
winds
like
that
two
something
dying
grand and
lanterns.
artistic doth
And I
brew in the
faced the path
shadows.
ahead.
Prithee,
The
bide thy time, and
The lane
perchance
was
you shall glimpse the
sparse and
marvels
tight.
of
Bide thy
knowledge,
time,
whose
type
wooden
shit.
bulk some grand
Swallowed by
tapestry
soil.
of creativity,
The
mayhaps
air had
tied
the
to the
crisp
noble
taste
pursuit of
iron
art.
and lightning.
Here.
I felt an energy carrying the
Yeah.
wind I could not pinpoint. I set my collar, opened my notebook, and wrote the first true words of my record. The road to Delorier Manor begins where the world decides it does not wish to be followed.
You know,
Walked
Tanner
on.
Atlas asked me,
Oh,
what's
okay.
Rice Candle scent
Friday,
of choice?
October
Oh,
24th,
Rice Candle scent of
1930.
choice. It would probably be
arrival.
something like
Sandalwood.
a soothing
The
lavender,
lane
or
narrowed
maybe a
until it
fresh
felt like a
ocean
chute
breeze.
hewn
Something
from
calming
leaves and
that
stone.
reminds them of those long
Black
drives they
spruces stood
enjoy.
with
But don't
arms
hold me
locked.
to that. Who
Their
knows, maybe
tops
they
swayed as if they spoke
secretly
to one another
love
in a
the
tongue
scent
made
of
of a
chicken
What the-
just for
It
irony's
almost feels like
sake.
this is like.
I-
Does this not
take
have
that
like
thing, bro.
an inkling to like Dracula or something? Like I was thinking Great
Yes.
Gatsby first, but now it just feels like straight up Dracula.
Yes, yeah, it feels like a
Very
Dracula, like some
Nosferatu.
ancient manor. It feels not like the original Frankenstein story, but like the Frankenstein movie. You know,
Yeah.
like Castle Frankenstein kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah. The idea of like this anticipation for some great like the way you said, like a horror Great Gatsby
Yeah.
kind of thing. I'm vibing with it. I'm excited. I walked, counting my steps and keeping the time by marking the small pains of my feet. When I broke through the trees, I'm in a wall of masonry that rose like a frozen cliff. Set into it stood a
I
gate.
don't actually have a candle
At
of
its
choice, I
forefront stood
think.
a simple crest, two wings inside
I'm
a
not a
triangle.
candle person.
Same symbol that had sealed my
I'm
invitation.
more of a
I thought to myself,
diffuser, I guess,
So you do
person.
exist, Mr. Delorier.
Hello,
the
Timeless.
stature of the
From
gateway
YouTube
was
chat,
a
welcome
ladder
in.
for the eye. Its scale was far more than just imposing. It ventured into domineering. Along the ironwork's inner band, a faint text had been chiseled into the metal, the letters so shallow they hid until the overhead light struck them. Hush, draw the curtain, set the lights, let moths attend. A mask begins where midnight prays, and actors bow and bend.
Curious.
I thought. I think that's a bit of a downplay of what this thing says. Set the light, let moss attend, because where midnight prays, actors bow and bend. And it's like, interesting.
Okay, well,
That's kinda weird.
that's kind of a bit odd.
Yeah, he like walks up to it and the gate says something like, if it's like at midnight, you're going to get hit with a comedically large hammer. We are going to kill you. This is not a joke. We're going to kill you. And he's like, curious. Yeah.
Interesting, methinks.
I'll have to post this one to the Reddit, see if they can put anything together. Sunburst reliefs crown. So I imagine from that, draw the curtain, set the light. So it's like at come nighttime, a mass begins and actors bow and bend. So there's probably going to be like some masquerade cult thing happening.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. Sunburst reliefs crown the top of the arch. Their rays struck into metal as if the very sunlight had been casted and hammered there. I peered through the bars. Beyond lay a forecourt of pale gravel. The manor held the far side of the clearing.
It's
in a
very
single great
whimsical. I
face,
love it.
Clean and severe.
I love it. And I love seeing
Curves
the
sprawling
evolution
felt
of it.
diminutive to its true nature.
I believe working on a thing
yet,
you're
as
not
I
allowed to
watched,
see.
I observed no smoke from any chimney, nor birds on the parapets. I stood with my suitcase and said aloud.
All right, Grand Architect. I have arrived.
The gate did not answer. It did, however, stand unlocked, as if to say that trespass was only ever a matter of effort and will. I pushed the latch open and said, because the silence made me theatrical,
Of course. Only at your beckoning, sir.
the gate's hinges screeched their welcome behind me as the gate closed. Across the courtyard and took stock. The exterior of the estate bore stacked levels and sharp recesses where a traditional house would have offered bays and porches. Corners of every side cut inward and upward, then flared out with a rigid grace. Windows ran in disciplined bands across the entirety of its face, while repeating engravings of triangles ran the length of the roofline. There were statues in the courtyard, not of saints or kings, but figures abstracted into
If I close
clean
my
effigies.
eyes, can I see?
They had no faces.
Yeah.
One lifted a disc.
Yes.
Another held a
How you
spear.
doing, Dark? Work
It
today?
seems you've forgotten to give them mouths, my dear friend. There's no one to sing with me.
But that wasn't true. The grounds did sing along in its own way. The gravel sounded a hymn underfoot, and my own pulse kept percussion with it.
If the earth has a throne, it is not cushioned. It must certainly be like this, made up entirely of
07
right
King.
angles.
Ooh. Ooh, I like the way that one felt. Ooh. What are you doing to me? Ooh, it must be made of that goes hard. I like that. So maybe the statues are the things that come alive at night.
That what?
Maybe, I don't know. What?
You said that come alive at night. It was just interesting after you got done like beating your soft pud there for a bit. You have been dry rubbing it this whole time though. You keep being like, oh my God, oh.
At the foot of the main steps, a single sheet of paper had been fixed to the door.
How's
Edges
Mark doing?
curled and
Pretty good
feathered.
today.
Rain
Uh,
had
just
kissed it off,
chillin', just
though the ink
chillin'.
remained legible.
No high
Red in red.
cortisol activities
Itinerary
allowed.
and house rules for Mr. McCallie.
Let us see your law.
I read the whole of it with care. The directives were set in numbered lines with no ornament. Number 1, enter alone. Number 2, remain within marked paths. Number 3, keep to scheduled events. Number 4, do not attempt to meet staff. Number 5, do not deviate from times.
Enter alone. I suppose we have begun well at least.
I continued down to the itinerary. The schedule was written below the rules in hour blocks, Friday through Sunday. The first event was a gramophone lecture marked for this early evening. Meanwhile, the final item for Sunday bore only one word: stay.
Very well.
Alright, I can't
keep your
do song
demands
requests.
If only to see where it leads.
I pressed the iron latch. Door yielded.
It's interesting that he's like just so willingly to just be like, all
You
right,
watching
cool, man, I'm
video
down.
today.
I'm down to play ball. I don't give a fuck.
Well, it's like he told the guy earlier. Like, if there's anyone who is going to, like, if this guy's out here, fake or not, he's like a journalist, so he wants to see. So whatever this grand encounter is, gets to be the one to write about it. He gets to be the witness of it. I imagine the stay at the end's because he's going to die or be trapped there in a very Hotel California-esque fashion.
Hotel California.
Also, the mentions of the symbols being a triangle with wings. A triangle is super common in a lot of, like, you know, occult imagery and stuff like that. And the upright triangle represents fire, I think, if I remember right. And fire has to do with like passion and purpose and drive and justice and things like that. So, or it could just be a triangle in the sense of like the Trinity, you know, the three. So the triangle imagery can mean a lot. With wings, it could be explicitly religious, like Trinity of Angels, Trinity of whatever it could mean. But there's clues as to what may be happening here. The idea of an itinerary is fun. Like, as he stays the weekend, there's going to be a series of things he's forced to see. It's getting closer to a Saw scenario as we go on, just saying. Friday, October 24th, 1930. The entryway. I crossed the threshold and stood in the vestibule hall. The air held a mineral scent, the kind that lingers over a quarry after rain. Floor tiles formed a radiating script that steered my attention to the far wall, where a colossal bronze sunburst presided over the inner door. At the base of the nearest ray, a bronze plate lay etched with another stanza. From cratered quartz, the rebel host upreared their glittering plan, a city hewn from smoking dreams to crown disbelief of man.
Why am I
Words settle and took
sleepy?
stock
Why am I
of the room again.
sleepy?
There were no rugs, no umbrella stand, no scatter of boots. The place held the undisturbed neatness of a stage set before the curtain call. I raised my sight above and witnessed grand statues from the rooftop peering down at me through the atrium's glass ceiling. They appeared to stand in judgment of the guest who arrived at the threshold. Off to my left,
So much in
clock made
common.
itself known.
Yes, and we're
I
both
broke my attention
working.
away from the faceless giants overhead and fixed on the dial.
You're
I
not
listened
tired.
past that
Yeah,
stereo
that's
metronome and hunted
true,
for any
but
other life in the marble runs.
I don't want to be tired
After
today.
some time, it became clear that there would be no clatter of surface.
Cannot be
no
tired
drift
today. I
of
need,
talk.
I need.
My company, it would would seem,
Some
would remain to be only the machinery of the manor.
yes, energy.
I must admit, the hush went to work at the base of my skull in the same way worms work a wet patch of sod. It moved with an appetite. Oh, I'm not. You know what? I actually have to stop because you made fun of me for being into the story before.
No, I'm just. I mean, you can jack the soft put all you want. I'm just saying.
No, see, there you go. There you go. But the way it's phrased, it worked in the base of my skull like worms in a patch of sod, moving with an appetite.
It's a good
great.
line.
It's a great alliteration.
line,
I like
yeah.
that. I faced the sunburst once more.
Energy drinks. I
Pedestal
don't want
waiting
to
near the
drink
door.
coffee
A
today.
waist-high granite block with a copper plate in front. Upon it rested a gramophone of black finish and muscular lines. Its horn flared like a night-blooming flower. The crank lay at the side. A single record rested on the plate. Beside that, a leaflet lay pinned beneath a small silver weight shaped as a wink. I laid my suitcase by the wall.
For
and
my
read the
birthday.
notice.
When's your
A simple,
birthday?
neat line. Orientation to commence at 5 o'clock. Stand under the eyes of this atrium and play
Drugs?
this
No.
record. Attend the welcoming. My watch read 4:56. This was to be theater. I would not miss my cue. I worked warmth back into my fingers and paced the vestibule to test the echo of my boot falls, of which there were many. Yet each returned with a lag, as if the room's corners ate a fraction of each step. Then my companion rang. Its echo outdid my boots. 5 had arrived.
Today,
Stepped onto the
bro.
bronze crescent before the gramophone.
Bro's working on his
The horn
birthday.
waited, flower open, black mouth turned to the room.
Can you still
Around
ask
the
for it for your
handle
day?
and lowered the needle. The gramophone answered with a deep belt-driven purr.
Truly.
A hairline hiss rose from
Happy
the record,
birthday.
and a man's measured tenor filled the atrium, clipped and punctual, as if each word had been drawn with a gold ruler.
Welcome, Mr. Rowan. I trust your trip served you well. You stand in the vestibule of the Deloy estate, my home, the threshold where function governs form. Now, before we begin, know this. The estate is prepared for your comfort. Your chambers set, your supper arranged, your route marked. You will not need to summon anyone. Those who serve will move where they belong and will not intrude. In kind, do not intrude upon them. I mean to give you a story fit for print.
Gotta go for the
so others may
monies,
bear witness to my
bro.
creation. In order for that to happen, I must ask you to attend to what is before you and not what is behind you. You wish to look over your shoulder at times.
Good luck.
I ask that you resist that temptation. The house prefers your attention for it, as do I. In the meantime,
Good look at work
take a moment
today.
to look around and enjoy the artistry of my work. I will walk you through this palace starting here. You will see that this vestibule is laid in bands of travertine and Belgian black, alternating to train the eye forward. Stand upon the inner crescent. Feel the stones settle in your stance.
I walked to the inner circle and allowed the room's presence to close in. There was a strange weight to the air, like a charge and a shock.
Note the bronze sunburst above the inner door. Its rays are not ornament. They are vectors. They tell you where to walk, how to hold your frame, how to breathe. If you lose your bearings at any point in your stay, return to a sunburst and take instruction from its lines. Should that fail you, look upon the baseboards. You will find narrow inlays of dark stone. These are also guide marks. Let the room command you. Resist nothing from it.
The horn shimmered a little with the deeper vowels. I could feel it through my shoes.
Now lift your head and consider the dimensions. The ceiling steps upward in 3 separate planes. Each step is a, oh fuck's sakes.
Each step is pretty cool.
Each step is pretty.
Each step is diminuendo of order. Each step is Nintendo. of order.
Diminuendo.
Is it- Each step is a Dementor. Is what it is.
Each step.
I
is
fucking
taken-
do declare.
Each step is taken from an entry in the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, this is the Deathly Hollows, my friend.
He's like, what?
Yeah, huh? Diminuendo of order. Diminuendo. Diminuendo.
It's
Yeah.
all right. We see the word. We get it. It's okay.
Diminu.
I raised my focus.
But not
There were
realize
indeed
it.
3 tears that met me.
Getting old but
The
not
echoes of
realize
the
it.
recording climbed
Oh, I'm
into
pretty
triplicate
aware.
and
I'm
gathered
pretty
at the feet
hyper
the
aware
fingers
of
on the
my
roof.
mortality.
I studied their
Unfortunately
empty
for me.
visages while the record gave off its warm crackle.
Sleep
It almost felt warm when the
forever.
architect's voice
Yes, maybe you
returned.
can ask for if you can take the day off tomorrow,
Statute above you.
or like on Fridays, so you get the weekend off. I don't know. Do you work weekends? I think you do, right?
Do not describe them faces. A face weakens an idea.
Oh. Okay. Fired up.
Lord help
I
your
felt as-
Lord help your fucking your fingers and your thumbs, man. Rolling that putt around in your hand must be exhausting.
You can alliterate. You can talk about me enjoying a story without it being some masturbatory. act.
You didn't then change the
If I
subject,
ask
'cause
for
literally
that-
every time I'll be like, I'll say
Oh.
a face gives like what was the line that says a face weakens an idea, and I literally just hear.
It's not the noise I made. It's on recording. People can hear that's not the noise I made. It's not. I didn't sound like that at
If
all.
needed.
Actually.
Meow. Meow.
Can I? This is a. This
Can
is a
you say,
horror
"It's
story
my birthday,
podcast.
boss.
Can a
Please,
man
please."
enjoy
You know?
a horror story?
Maybe you can say that.
This is what I mean. You put me through Happy Appy, your idea. You put me through just even during good stories like the sitcom one where you are just hammering me about the lips and the dirt bike. And then in this one, it's a perfect story. I'm wearing my 1,000 Vulture shirt. Everything's going well. And you just have to find a way to bully me and to wedge yourself in. For some reason, everyone I surround myself with in life bullies me. And I don't know why I do that to myself. Everyone I keep close is rude to me. Why do I do that?
I will say, I mean, like you know, I feel you. It is very good writing. But I will say, you got 2 different colors of Play-Doh, and you're rolling around in your hand. You can at least say that.
Gross. I felt as though more faces had joined the congregation above the glass. Sense of vertigo set over me at the mere scale.
Your first hour will be simple. You may now proceed to the dining hall. Do not hurry. Your place has been set to your measure. There's a plate prepared for you. It will be hot and fresh. You will find the
Become
arrangement
the
correct
boss.
to your liking.
Capitalism.
Afterwards,
Capitalism.
you will visit the bathhouse to the east and clean yourself.
Uh-oh.
Begging always works. Beg if you have to. It is your birthday after all. Come on.
Fresh towels await you on
Come
the
on.
bench. Your robe hangs within your chamber, which you will reach by following the eastward. The eastward guide marks when you return.
I feel like
Winda.
I'm like in a fucking like video game. Does this feel like a video
Winda.
game or something?
Yeah, it feels very
Like exposition-y in a way that like it's telling you the world and the map
yeah,
and shit.
like your objective, like where to go and stuff like that. That when I'm thinking of the house, it reminds me of in Black Ops 4 Zombies. There was a map called Dead of Night that was about like zombies in this giant old grand like
Oh,
Great
sorry.
Gatsby estate. It said like this curse come upon it, so everything's like demented and changed. So I'm kind of thinking of that. Some of the seems very clean. It's almost like a museum, but you're the only one in it. There's something I was trying to think. There's a story I remember. I can't remember if it was a video game or what.
It's already been an
There was
hour.
some
What the fuck?
Story I remember about a guy being in a large house, and it was similar to this where he was getting directions of what to do, and then at the end it turned out it was some abandoned, rundown building. But the illusion of it made him see it as a new house. I can't remember what story that was, but I don't think that'll be the twist here.
Just
But it's
walked
just
in, bro.
me
Not really.
reminiscence of it.
Just making you think about it.
Yeah. I took up my suitcase and put a foot on the first tile beyond the crescent.
Mind yourself.
The record said, curiously in time with my steps.
You will feel alone. That is acceptable. The house approves of that
Yeah.
feeling.
Hot draft moved across my ankles.
Ascend.
A final ripple, almost like a chuckle laid beneath the static, and a release. The machine fell still. I went on as directed. 60 feet from the atrium's heart brought me to the stair. The bronze rail bit the palm with the friction as I climbed. Somewhere at my back, a footfall followed me from the bottom of the staircase. I did not turn to see what had made it. Oh, that's so cool. It's like there's butlers and like things taking care of him every step of the way, but he's not supposed to see him. It's like he's in a giant, what do you call those clocks where like there's the little wooden statues that come out on tracks and do stuff, you know?
A cuckoo clock?
And the hour comes out. A what?
A cuckoo clock?
Yeah, kind of like a cuckoo clock. There's like little wooden guys. It's like the whole mansion is one of those. Like as things need to be done, they come out, do their steps, and then go back into hiding, and he's not supposed to look for them. Friday, October 24th, 1930. The dining room and bathhouse. The corridor to the dining room ran close and spare. At the end of its run, it opened all at once into a broad chamber. A lacquered table stood there, linen bare of crumbs, place set for one. I checked my watch. On the dot of 6, service door eased inwards somewhere out of sight. I turned toward the sound and waited. No figure came. When I faced the table again, steam braided up from a covered dish that had not been there an instant earlier. I raised the lid. Inside lay trout, flossed with butter and salt.
Oh,
Beside it,
yummy.
a heel of fresh bread and a cup of coffee that carried the same fragrance of the freight station brew. I raised my chin and let the mystery server have their praise.
This looks exceptional. Thank you, my friend.
No reply came. Only the chandelier gave a faint sway, as if something had skimmed across it on its way out.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Excuse me. What do you mean the chandelier swayed? There's like 80-foot tall giant people serving him trout behind the scenes. He is remarkably cool with all this. Like, food appears at the table in like impossibly fast time, and he's like, "Thank you, my friend." My
Yeah,
extra dimensional representation in the darkness.
That's awesome. And then it's just like, just like runs off.
He looks out the window. There's like an
The
80-foot
window.
tall giant like tearing down trees. He's like, "Your trout is exceptional."
Yeah. Also,
I ate.
I got a drawing for you. Sorry, that's why I've been a little preoccupied.
You don't have to see. Here's the problem with streaming to the Patreon. You feel like you need to entertain them by showing out, by doing these little drawings. It's going to be a drawing of me, and it's going to be something. It's going to be something absurd.
Well, this is just going to be for us. We don't even get to show this to them, but I felt inclined. This is me.
Are you ready to send it?
Almost. Like 2 seconds. It's gonna be
Okay,
you.
well,
It's
I guess
gonna.
we'll pause the story.
It's gonna.
Just let this play out.
It's gonna be you. Reading the story.
Okay.
So here we go. That's probably okay enough. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but you might appreciate it for what it is.
The window.
Did you get it? Every time you stop, I hope you realize that this is what I see. It doesn't help too that there's the Nikocado picture. Like 2 posts about that.
I'm speechless.
I thought you'd like it. I don't know.
You thought that I'd like this?
I mean, I guess not. I don't know.
Can you crop it? Can you crop that bottom half out so I can show the audience part of what you've done? He named the file Putting Around.
I was gonna see if you saw that. He named the file Putting Around.
I'm not even playing with you, the guys watching this right now. I can't show this to you. It is exactly what you think. It's me bent over a table.
He named the file Putting Around.
It's It's me bent over a table.
Oh, you're not. You're actually kind of bent. You know, I mean, like you're kneeling.
I've got one hand on the table, my other hand. You know, earlier today I was on TikTok and I saw a TikTok start and it was just a pair of lips with a little bit of hair on top of them, and I knew it was about me. And sure enough, I listened to it, it was about me. That's the level of damage you've done to my reputation, to my character.
Every time I draw you more, though, now I feel like you become more and more caveman-like. If I'm being honest, I'm kind of out of my giant lip era, and I'm becoming more caveman. I feel like.
Okay, here's a censored version for you guys.
You have no idea how bad I want to animate the original drawing and just do. Oh my god, that is the alliteration on that is so good.
Hunter, I'm being serious. Don't. Just don't. I can't. This isn't funny anymore. Do you know? Because the way the Meat Canyon cartoons work is they're like vaguely based around some controversy a character's had, or like something they've done in real life that's getting joked about. So everyone's gonna see that and be like, "Is Wintercoon like some like pervert? Like what is?" Yeah, I'm like, hold on, Kayla. Can you entertain chat for like 3 minutes while Kayla needs help with the baby? I think for a second.
Sure.
Okay, 1 second. Talk to them.
That was my kid. I'd fucking punt it like a Nerf football. If my woman tried interrupting my work, oh my god,
My God.
started, I would freak the fuck out. I'd say, "Hey, I'm putting bread on the table." That's what I'd say.
All right, I'm back. I ate. Each bite tasted as if it had been made a minute ago and no earlier. Its taste was immaculate. Seasoning knew its place. The chair furthest from me creaked once, as if a knee set against it in anticipation. I kept to my place and finished. Folded the napkin. The plate set bare. I turned toward the service corners. Only a closed door met me. I weighed whether to wash the dish myself. When I faced the table again, the plate had vanished.
You're clever, whoever you are.
I said, let out a curt laugh. I waited for a retreating tread. There was none. Only the sound of wood
Truly a
settling in the
birthday
pipe, carting its
experience.
contents off through the walls.
Well, surely
I told my
if you
notebook
say
that
it's your
only an
birthday, they'll let
exceptional
you go
staff could
home.
perform to the minute like this. Then I told my mind I must use a trick of doors and serving apertures to keep from being seen. Most of all, I told my thoughts to keep close to center and not to let fear take me. I'd been provided an exact itinerary for a reason. I was in an orchestral play requiring precise timing. The actors clearly did not want to be seen and spoil the production. I would not rob them of that. The next cue sent
Oh,
me to
you- the video.
bathhouse.
It's even
I
creepier.
stood and left the dining room. Do what?
Even creepier, just being like, you've come to terms with being like, oh, this is going to be a weird performance art thing, you know, that it's basically happening here. And I'm not going to be, I'm not going to spoil but just even the idea of going to the bathhouse and people are definitely going to be watching you. At what point do you say that this is just a bit invasive, or you know what I mean? Like, at what point does the illusion of like this being curious break and you're like, actually, this is very fucking weird? Because I feel like that would have happened to me already. I would have been long gone.
The guy said the chandelier moved as if something had touched it, and he was just like, that's kind of weird. And just kept going with it. So I think it takes a lot to break this guy. I mean, it's also like, you may assume that this is some famous guy with sensibility, so he wouldn't like prey on him while he's naked, but there are people around the
Hi,
corner.
Florence.
I do agree he's not taking it for his creepy
Gamba
as he
this
should.
eve, Gamba your
The next
to your
cue
heart's
sent me to the
content, bro.
bathhouse.
Hello,
I stood and
Rank
left the dining
Dragon
room.
9768.
path
Welcome
that led to
in.
east
I
from
ended up
me.
in your live stream because it was
An open head
recommended
earned
by
its own
Bayan
mind in my
VT.
future
Oh,
life.
Bayan.
A covered way took me in. Glass panes
Long
formed
time
a long,
viewer of
smooth
mine,
line.
Bayan. Welcome
A
in.
kaleidoscope of late sun moving over the floor. Somewhere in the machinery of the place, a fan turned on. I could feel the warm air draw across my skin as if the house blew a sweet breath upon me. At the end of the walkway stood the baths. The room presented itself as a gallery of chrome. Towels lay rolled in pairs with their edges aligned. Soap scored with the letters A and D lay on a dish by the trap. The tub ran the length of the room like a trough in a temple. Heat bulged from the water's surface with a white thread of vapor. I touched the surface with a finger and pulled back at once. Another man had judged the heat for me. and his scale
Are those
ran
videos
high.
playing? Yes, I
The water
am.
was near scorching to my skin.
All right, old man. You mean for me to be comfortable, and I must say food was quite remarkable, but you severely misjudge the heat a man's body can take. This water's near boiling.
They're gonna cook you.
The room echoed my remark 2 beats late, as if a second bather had repeated them from the far end of the tub. I surveyed
Will it be a
the shining
surprise?
run
It
of
is
the
a
tub and set my coat
surprise.
on the bench.
You guys
Took me
can't
some
see it
time.
anytime
I
soon,
cleaned
but
myself proper.
if you stick
I
around,
dried
maybe,
myself with the towel
maybe.
that'd been set for me. The mirror above the counter showed a man's face resembling my own through the steam. Though that man
It'll
looked
be a while
further
before you
aged
guys
and
can
tired
see
than
what
I'd
I'm
last
working
seen.
on.
I tested my reflection and raised a brow. The image matched, which settled the matter. It confirmed the tired-looking man was indeed me. At the edge of the silver backing of the glass lay an inscription. The conqueror that eats all pageants had paid the house a courteous visit. Friday, October 24th, 1930. The bedchambers. When I stepped back into the covered way, the light had shifted toward late evening. The house grew larger in the half-dark, its reach extended by the black of visible ends. A trace of machine oil came through the vents from the generator below. The itinerary called for an early retirement. I could not argue with that. Fatigue had settled on me like a commanding hand to the back of the neck. A door marked quarters stood at the far end of the passageway. Beyond it ran a wing of rooms. My name was printed on a small card near the frame of one of the doors. When I pressed my hand to the knob, the mechanism clicked once with a dry, satisfied sound. The hinges swung inward without complaint. I found the bedchamber prepared with the same meticulous precision that marked every room before it. The coverlet drawn flat as a sheet of paper. 2 glasses on the nightstand filled to identical measure, one of water, one of milk. I smiled at the childish touch and spoke aloud.
You have a keen sense for hospitality, old builder.
A wardrobe door stood open. Within hung a robe that was of exquisite quality. Heavy weave, red with a faint gray and black gleam along the lapels. I ran a hand along the sleeve, warm and velvet. I left the bedroom door open behind me. I was not keen to seal myself into any room in this place, yet the latch drew itself shut with a clean, polite click. I tried the handle. No give.
Well, so much for free will.
All right, well now I'm on board with you. He's way too chill with this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that there's something where it's just like, I mean, like how many warning signs has he had since then? I mean, he is completely driven by curiosity. But at what point, I mean, I'm just saying like in terms of me, like fight or flight, whatever, I feel like I would have freaked out a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, now you're at the point where it's like I'm in someone's house and there's like ghost people in the walls and I'm now trapped in a bedroom. And his response is, well, so much for free will. It's like, yeah, dude, I guess so.
A chill guy.
I set an ear
But
to
he's
the
too
panel.
nonchalant.
Nothing. I tried the knob again with more force. Still nothing. I wanted a better look at my captor. I struck a match and lit the bedside lamp. Flames sparked. It was enough to show that the lock on the door was a simple contraption. Nothing more than a bolt worked from the outside. A trick of the staff, I reasoned. They mean to keep me from wandering the halls at night and discovering their little machinations. I decided to get comfortable for the night. I poured the water into the wash bowl, stripped down into the dressing gown, and set to making my notes. The power source below sent a steady hum through the floorboards. Deep, rolling draw and release like a beast at rest. At precisely 9, the hum changed pitch. I lifted my head and listened. The sound grew taut, as if the power were being choked away. The corridor light outside the chambers went dark. I crossed to the window and raised the blind.
Your window.
More lights died, each going in perfect order across the estate. From my window, I could trace the progress in rows, moving east to west, each room blacking out as if some unseen crew
If you
moved
threaten to
running,
annoy them for the rest
extinguishing lamps by a rule
of
measure.
existence if they kill you.
Wind you down.
I will take that advice, and the
Second
next
class.
time I go to some place
single shadow
remotely
cast in
haunted,
window
I will
When
threaten
the last glow
every
faded from the clerestory over the service wing, the generator gave
non-existent
one last
being
groan and eased.
ever.
The gravel core
Surely
below
it'll be
turned
fine
to a
because
blunt
ghosts don't
field.
exist and
No
demons
moon,
aren't
no
real.
star. The manor held like a husk of a colossal shell. I set my palm to the glass. For a moment, I thought I saw a flicker along the far wing, a movement behind one of the blackened panes, but when I leaned closer, it proved only my reflection. Checked my watch, 9:30. My last minutes awake, I wrote,
9:30.
lights extinguished in perfect sequence, no staff seen. Possible mechanical control. This house sleeps with its guests. Man, this is so cool. I thought I saw a flicker. He sees his flicker on the far wing. Similar to where earlier he saw his reflection in the mirror and thought it was an older man, but it proved to be himself. Maybe like once you're stuck in the house, it's like a time thing, right? Like that is him at a different point later on, you know, aged, older, forever trapped in the house.
Yeah.
I made a Hotel California joke earlier, but it may actually be the Hotel California. You can check in anytime you like.
But you can never
or,
leave.
again, we bring it up nearly every story, but I am getting a little bit with the lines of the motor underneath sounding like a beast. A little bit of Final Prayer vibes, just a touch, you know. Maybe this is some Lovecraft entity. Maybe the house is alive. Maybe it's just Monster House, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for a Monster House.
I'm down for Monster House. I love Monster House. Movie's awesome. Saturday, October 25th, 1930. The North Loggia. Dawn came with the click of the latch. Door stood free. I dressed, packed the notebook, and set my mind to the day's work. I stepped into the corridor. Gramophone waited on a rolling cart. A typed card set under a silver clip. Please play upon waking.
All right, let's hear it.
I wound the handle and lowered the needle. Belt took hold and the same measured tenor from orientation carried down the hall.
Good morning, Mr. McCallie. Follow the diagonal markers set in the baseboards to your next stop. Do not stray. When the lines meet, you will be where I need you to be.
I lowered my focus. Dark inlays ran the length of the skirting, converging like rivers towards a single point. I set the cart in motion along their guidance, nodded to no one, and walked with my eyes set on the stones.
Lift your head.
The record carried.
You are capable of dividing your attention. Let your direction be instructed.
Right, the beat.
The line
I'll be
under
right back.
your feet is forgiven to anyone who is capable of listening. I suppose I could use that forgiveness. You and the rest of our species.
The record answered, as if he had heard me through the horn.
Yeah, wait. Huh?
Huh, that's kind of weird. Let's see what the subreddit has to say about this one.
Okay, hold on a second. Did you just hear me talk?
Guys, this is kind of weird. Anytime one of the secret butler people's behind him, he's like, it's right behind me, isn't it? Corridor widened into the North Loggia, a long gallery of columns and windows that set the grounds in a frame. The cart could not go farther. A second gramophone waited on a marble plinth by the first column in the gallery. I crossed to it and set its needle down.
Do you see it?
The record asked me.
Stand at the seam where the floor pattern meets. From there, turn toward the panel with the small brass latch.
I found the seam. The floor showed two mosaics pressed edge to edge, each pulling the eye in contrary directions until they resolved to a single band. A brass latch waited in the wall at chest height. I flipped the mechanism. A concealed panel slid back to show a shallow bay filled with bakelite levers. Warm air fluttered the fine dust within.
A switchboard.
The record intoned.
A house is a machine. A machine must be spoken to. Each lever is a word. Say the right word and the house moves as you commanded.
I leaned closer. The so-called board was not merely wires and screws. Copper paths ran in narrow veins that bent and looped with a purpose I could not parse. Curved cables interlaced with tiny crossings, then sudden angles that met and parted like fish at a weir. Between the traces, tiny marks repeated and grew. Grammar of hooks and circles, stokes that crossed at angles not used in any alphabet I knew. Paths knotted at black studs, then unwound to a comb of steel teeth that vanished into the wall. The intricacy of this system of circuits superseded any article I had ever read on the matter. The schematics very nearly came across as drawings rather than advanced engineering. I narrowed my focus and tried to follow a single strand from stud to tooth. It led me into a wire figure that was neither star nor wheel, some union of both. The longer I looked, the more it felt as if something looked back at me through the copper.
Do you employ men to speak for you? Or do you personally skulk this house flipping its switches, Mr. DeLawyer?
I asked the room. Gallery answered with a single click somewhere above. Soft thrum heaved and strained from the walls. The glass beads on the switchboard winked at me with a red light. Gramophone continued.
Leave the circus as you found them and proceed to the northern stairs to make your descent. Do not take the lift. The next vigil will be outside.
A shadow shifted at the end of the loggia, and a lift door parted of its own accord. The cart waited with its gate open, empty as a mouth that expected food. Its cage lights flickered in a rhythm that matched the lights of the board.
I said the stairs.
Laurier's recorded tenor repeated.
The lift is for the others.
The gate slid shut again without a hand. The car sank. I found the stairs and began to descend. At the first landing, I paused. A handrail ran along the wall. When I set my skin upon it, the metal had a trace of heat as if a palm had just left it.
Is someone working up here with me? I would like if you showed yourself.
Good luck with
Somewhere
work.
within the wall, long muscle.
Also, welcome home, Grim.
Satisfied groan.
Oof.
Man. Gosh, I love so that description of the wires being bent into shapes that not any alphabet he knows of. That almost reminds me of that whole, again, going to the triangles outside and like possibly demonic or like, you know, spiritual imagery. That almost sounds to me like runes. Or like the coppers arranged in like, you remember, I think I've talked on this podcast before, the idea that like technology and wires and stuff is basically sigils, and like electricity and things like that
circuit
come from us
boards and all
calling
that shit.
upon.
Yeah.
Like circuit boards are basically like runic marks to call upon like extra dimensional demons or entities and stuff like that. So the description of the walls and like the house speaking to him almost implies that that's how this place is ran. It's like tapped into the other side of the veil. The whole house itself is like an altar almost. Saturday, October 25th, 1930. The grounds. I left by the northern gallery and stepped into the grounds. A gramophone waited in a weathered hood, a birdhouse with a black tulip for a beak. I wound the crank. The belt steadied. The even tenor came bright and sure.
It's in the skin of my creation. Pores, ducts, gutters, valves. Observe the reflecting pool on the channel that feeds it. You will find no waste here, only transit.
I took the flagged walk along the basin. The pool carried the manor on its face and broke only when a gust passed against it like a patient knife. Beneath the rim, small slots drank the overflow at each pass of a wave. The hooded horn addressed me again from its post.
After all, hydrology is discipline. Old Rome did not conquer with sword alone. Pipes do as much as spears.
The voice cracked and died. At the far end, a second hooded gramophone stood beside a square pump house of poured walls and a steel door. The record resumed when I wound the next handle.
You are the pump. Beneath you, the veins take rain, melt in groundwater, and move it across the estate. What you will hear is perfectly balanced throughput. What you bathe in, what you drink, all purified through the bowels of this house.
I opened the pump house doors and surveyed the room. The interior contained multitudes of gauges blinking with endless needles. Pipes ran their way down into the ground. I stepped out to look beneath the foundation where a stone culvert ought to spill. The stream bed was dry. White pebbles lined the channel like a rinsed throat left without water. Yet the path gutters at my feet clicked with a scatter of drops. Tick, tick, tick.
Where do you steal this water from?
I asked the soil. The gravel offered no answer beyond a small complaint under my foot.
Now, stand at the next marker stone. The sculptural court awaits.
I stepped forward. The path carried beyond the eastern wing, down a flagstone staircase and across a shallow terrace where warmth rose again from unseen vents. The woods ringed the property at a respectful distance. I followed the markers set into the paving until I reached a brass plaque that read simply, Court of Figures. Another gramophone waited beneath an overhang.
Hear Each shape was drawn from the image that kept me awake the longest.
I walked the court while he spoke. In the center stood 12 statues, each caught between poise and torment. Their bodies were built of brass, onyx, and some darker alloy that refused to gleam even under the noon light. Each one caught in an attitude of movement, yet none appeared to move in the same direction nor toward the same end. Some reached skyward with stretched limbs, others bent as if burdened by an invisible weight. Their faces were featureless masks drawn in long, perfect planes. The light touched their edges like a wound cauterized in gold. They rose at least twice the height of any man known in the world. Laurier's voice continued.
When I first saw them in my mind, they were aflame. Not burning, but bright with knowledge. I've tried to shape that light here in hopes they may share some grand insights with those who view them.
Wind swept through the court and gave the statues a faint groan, metal shifting on its base. Took a step nearer to one and saw that beneath the polish of its chest, the seams seemed to ripple, as if something moved under the skin of the metal, trying to make room for air.
I have stood here many evenings. The longer one looks, the more certain one becomes that they have not ceased their work. It is amusing, that we call them sculptures because they do not move. But I counter that thought. Perhaps they only wait for a proper invitation.
And what invitation's that?
Sound answered, not from the horn, but from the court itself. A faint creak of settling bronze, a brush of grit where nothing had stepped. When I turned, one of the figures had shifted, only a fraction. Its chin tipped lower toward the paving, and the light bent differently across its cheek. I told myself it was heat, or the play of shadow. Even so, when I left, I kept my back to the court of statues and did not look again until I reached the safety of the terrace. He has put together these statues based on something he said he'd seen. So, creatures, spirits, or whatever. And now he's given them life. And they're probably what's given him the power to create this place. And I guarantee the reason that he's only speaking through the gramophone is because he's become a part of them. Like he's effectively been dragged down to the creatures he created.
I was gonna say,
Man,
it
that's
seems
so
like
cool.
it seems like a man talking from the beyond or whatever. It's kind of
Yeah.
interesting because it sounded like almost like a ghost, like having like a new groundskeeper or something.
Yeah.
It's like that
Yeah.
intimate and like I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, the idea of the statues, he's like, when I saw them, they were beautiful. And I've tried to recreate them. And probably by recreating them is what did the ritual, quote unquote, that gave these things life. And they're probably what led to this place being abandoned. And all the captive workers. It's why at the end it says stay, I imagine. He's never going to leave. Saturday, October 25th, 1930. I just noticed, by the way, it took me this long, but he posted this in r/Creepcast, which is pretty cool. That's pretty sick. The second night's rest. The afternoon's rounds ended at the gallery door, where a fresh card waited in the same tidy hand as the others. Supper at 7. Took the corridor that kept the day's last light and reached the dining room. The lacquered table waited. Chandeliers cupped their bulbs in white bowls of glass. The tablecloth lay stretched tight enough that it would sing if a coin ran across it. Vapor rose from a covered plate at the head of the table. I raised the lid. Prime rib, sliced thick and red, a spoon of potatoes, dark gravy with a harbor sheen. A cup of tea stood steady beside it. I tried once more to catch the staff at work.
Friend,
I said, pitching my voice to the corners.
let me thank you in person. You prepared another outstanding meal.
Timber eased under a draft and offered nothing else back. I ate at an easy pace. The dish held the same impossible freshness, as if the stove lived inside the table. When I lifted the napkin, a printed slip slid free. Retire at 8. I checked the watch. My bedchambers were already calling. I heeded the note and returned to the quarters that bore my name.
Hi,
The chamber
Panda.
admitted me.
Good morning.
This time, the door did not wait before closing behind my back. The latch drew shut almost at once after I crossed the threshold. I tried the knob, knowing I would not like the result. As expected, no purchase.
Very well. We ought to repeat the same experiment for a second night.
I lit the lamp and set my notebook on the desk. I began writing about the day I had just
What you up
experienced.
to?
The generator's
Working-
lament once more
working,
spoke through the
drawing.
floorboards as the lights around the manor began
I
fading.
feel
The machine
very
gave
low
the steady
energy
animal
today.
murmur of a draft
we might
horse
do
in
a short
harness.
stream because
Then the pattern changed.
I'm just really
A
not.
soft roll came along the hall.
100%
the faint scrape
today.
Of a cart. It paused outside my door and came to a perfect rest. A heartbeat later, a gramophone woke with the belt's small bite and the horn spoke. It was not with words, but with a noise that had no business in a human corridor. What rose was a rehearsal of noises that a man does not care to name, yet I must. Voices gathered, huddled together, not speaking any tongue I knew. Children at a schoolyard heard through a long pipe, a woman laughing until the sound broke, a man counting, but the numbers arrived out of order and then ran backward. Each noise overlapping yet distinct. A mass of individuals clawing for their own attention. I set my forearm to the panel as if to brace the door.
Oh, Kero, hello everybody
said
from
and
Kero
meant it.
Stream. My name
You
is
have made
Reese.
your
Some people call me birthday. You guys should know me,
Someone replied by
like
pulling
who I
his
am by
finger
now. I
blades.
feel like if you don't, I don't know what to tell you.
Into the fall.
I
came
don't know what to
fire
tell
without
you.
words, mouths open.
Well,
throats
hello
desert dry.
everybody. Hello
Chorus of
chicken. Hi
mouth sounds
Jaru.
rose to
Hi
wet
it's
black
Kenji.
lips trying on
Welcome back
words that
up.
did
Welcome
not
back
fit.
Grims. Welcome back Bona. Hi Kika.
Scrape across the door.
How are
Frantic and
you,
searching.
Kero?
As though the horn had
What are you
grown
watching,
a
baby girl? We're
pro
watching
tip and a nail
Creepcast,
sought an audience with
The
me.
Deliverer
Well,
Invitation.
that is holy, I said enough.
Who are you? Can you
Static
explain
swelled.
again?
Chair creaked on the other side.
Needle
skated, and silence
Yeah,
complete.
yes.
Hall returned.
I'm
to
your
old stone.
worst nightmare. Now turn
After
on
some
your
minutes, I
DLSS
studied my
5.
thinking. I set notes in order.
Turn on your
Trim-
DLSS 5
trim
and
the
you'll
lamp,
find out.
Lay atop the cover lay with my boots on. I kept the lock in sight. The earth outside pressed
Who
its
is
face
this
to the pane.
mods?
Somewhere,
Man.
a pipe clicked as it cooled.
It's a
Blown in the soft
DLSS
ground of the earth under the foundations.
5.
The house
Man,
itself,
that shit's so ass. That shit's so ass.
sleep eventually came for me despite my protest. Gosh, man.
So sick. There's so
Thank
many,
you for the
there's so
follow,
many different
Ken,
options. Like, it
Jay.
kind of sounds like it sounds
In
like
the world
the
for
part
real.
of,
Did you see
you
it?
know,
Did you
it's
see
like
what
in
they did to my
fucking
girl
Dracula
Grace?
asked the
DLSS is my
the guy to come in and
fun.
like now he's being seduced by vampires and stuff, but it
Bro,
also has like remnants of
I
like, Poe, of, like,
generated
House of
my-
Usher or something
No,
like that. There's
don't
so many
put me
different
into
kinds
your
of,
banana nano
so many
pro.
different flavors.
No.
You know, we're getting with this story. It's very interesting.
Do you think so? That almost sounds like punishment. Like he did something wrong, so now it's threatening him with like the voices of all those who have trapped, or
The
letting him hear
voices.
hell or something like that. And he's
Why
like,
the
"Enough,
yes
you
if
made
I
the
am,
point clear."
bro?
Did he do anything wrong?
I don't
Or
know.
anything to warrant that?
I think he's.
so.
I don't know, and they
Also, to be
need-
fair,
they-
he's
they
done- he's
deserve
bending the rules a bit. He keeps talking to the
Something really
staff.
bad
He's
to
done
happen
other
to
things
them, like
"Yeah, I
the
sit back," but I
Nvidia
do
stock
think also just
crashing
by
horribly.
staying there longer and longer, he's going to be more subjected to whatever's looking inside.
And I'm scared.
Yeah, I think.
Let's go take a look then. Let's just scroll a little bit and you'll fucking see. Do you see it? What did they do? They put makeup on my girl and they fucking Botoxed her lips, bro. She looks so bad. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Pre-mewing, post-mewing. It's so bad. I don't know. They show other characters. Not Leon! What the hell? Bro, oh no. What the heck is this? You know, apparently they had two 5090s running. One was running the game and one was running the DLSS 5 just to get these. Oh, what the What the hell? That's so bad. This is sacrilegious. I agree. What the hell? I didn't even finish this video. Bro, what in the world? Nobody even plays Starfield. They just made them brighter looking. This is so gross. Into deepfakes, basically, yeah. Holy mother. Holy moly. You're not even I don't play FIFA, whatever the fuck. Do you get to see their faces up close? But this is so horrible. No longer matters. It's all about making stuff look as realistic as you possibly can. And now that we've passed that point, it's now about making everything look like AI. It's all about making everything look like shit because nobody gives a shit. And yes, so much nonsense happens in the background. The ball is about the balls. Oh my god. What the hell, bro? It's just look at Jesus. Indie games save us. Speaking of indie games, well, is this a? Oh, that's so. What is going on? Is that supposed to happen? Oh, I don't even know. Sorry, got lost in the sauce. Hello, cheesy. Waiter, slapify my game, please. Every AI bro, probably. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. Today, I was just talking about how today might be a shorter stream because I'm not 100% energized today. I haven't been drinking coffee for the last couple days, so since the weekend, I think my last cup of coffee was on Friday, so I feel a bit caffeine like that. I need my hit, so I'm a little loopy. There's a driving one that looks pretty good because how do you mess up a car? And all of the cars in the background are a circus. A circus! As long as you wanna, bro. We'll go until the end of the video, maybe. Vidya. Or, I do wanna finish a little bit more. I wanna make more progress on this, I think. So, yeah. It can be bad for a week. I only drink one cup a day. Yes, cold brew. 1 cup of cold brew every day. Only I think last week I upped it to 2 cups a day because I was really struggling to get through my mornings. Good job. Thank you. Have you seen Wendigoon's mouth picture? Please do you guys even watch Creepcast? Hold on. Do you guys even watch Creepcast? Yes. No. What the hell? Hey, hello everybody. Hey, stream. My name is Reese. Some people call me Misty. I'm a zombie monster VTuber. And today I'm working on NDA stuff. Oh, jeez. I'm a little tired. But if you have to go raid around, please let me stop you. Thank you for trusting me. Would you come in today? Where is it? I can't find it, bro. You just gonna have to watch that episode. I think it was the one too. It was a happy episode, I think. Hold on. It has to be the happy episode. No, wait, no. It was the one where it was just Hunter. No, yeah, it is a happy. Wow, it's already been that long. Oh my gosh. Not happy. You know, goes back to happy. Wait, is it happy? Come on. No. It's the one where it was just Hunter. It was the Hunter only episode. Oh, I don't know. Well, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Oh.
See my tits. Stop, or I'm gonna tell your parents. Do one of those deals.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean they're freaking.
I don't know. I don't know which episode it was. But how was your stream, hey? What were you guys up to? But they get the zombie moth intro? Fine. It's fine. You hate us. You guys. do you want a special intro? People from Kero stream, I can give you a special intro. Hi Nira, how you doing, Nira? View Sniper, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Getting good nutrition while working? Yes. Yes. Good nutrition. Little Nightmares. Oh, she peak. Road to Empress. Sometimes it lucky rage baits me. Understandable. Understandable. Special intro. Well, you know, because whenever the girlies raid me, I'm always like, do I have to introduce myself? Like, if they don't know me by now, it's like, are you even in the community? Sorry, I'm looking for the mouth pic. Is it not the Happy Happy episode? It has to be the Happy Happy episode. I know they were talking about it in like 2 episodes. Never met this person. Like, man, follow age right now! Exclamation point! Follow age right now, or I'm banning you. It's a girl. My name is Forensic. Wave against the rocks. I'm, I'm laughing just thinking about that picture, and you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Fuck. Please, anybody in the comments. You're laughing. Happy Happy just hit the North Tower and you're laughing. 1 year, 7 months, 23 days, 4 hours. See? You know what I'm talking. You know what is up. Oh, dude. Rat King. Maybe Rat King was a goat at this one.
Red, and the top lip is like it's translucent white. Yeah, yours the most fucked up thing though is there's no blood in there. They didn't lose shape at all. It is still plump.
You got too excited. You peaked. What'd you say there? Okay,
Wow.
whatever. I don't need to hear whatever
This
you were
is
saying.
this fucking photo.
You know what?
God. Holy hell. Also, I wanted to. Don't delete it. What are you doing? Also, too, the file size.
I swear to God, I thought it was the Happy Happy episode. Just hit YouTube partner. Congratulations, Kara! What the heck? Might be good idea to treat it like a random raid now. No. If they don't know me, then fuck them. I'm kidding. Well, the facial hair is vile. That's true. I can't believe I found it. Oh my gosh, it's like peak. Anyway, sorry. This episode was also really goated. I'm not paying much attention to this one. I'm mostly because I'm like half asleep right now.
Think maybe it's kind of like he's getting close, so now it's coming to him and it's letting him hear sounds of people, maybe all the people it owns or spirits it possesses. And then it said, I love that description.
When I googled Wendigo mouth picture, it was just a drawing that
it sounds
Hunter
like
did.
a Skinwalker-esque, like, you know, things trying to sound human. So it's like they're like if the sound
Yes,
before
this is
is the spirits of people
I
that
do my.
are entombed
It
there,
was
then
when
that's
they
the
go.
sound of the statues, right? The greater, the
I don't know if
demons or
it's
the things
I don't
that
know if it's
play
necessarily.
that make this come to
I don't
be.
know if it's necessarily skinwalkers as much as I'm reading it as like almost speaking in tongues or like.
Not well, by skinwalker I meant the tone people typically attribute to skinwalkers.
Right. Okay. I see what
Like
you're
the
saying.
like that kind of speak. Yeah, not literally skinwalkers, just the sound. Yeah,
That kind of thing.
like it's things trying to speak without really understanding what speaking is. You know.
Yeah.
Duma,
Like the
duma.
husk of a man. Exactly. God help me. Exactly. Kind of like someone imitating.
Provoking
Well,
9/11.
yeah, exactly. Husk of a man of like, I think that they keep
Classic
reading as
and
like
peak.
dead entities. It seems like, I mean, like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but it seems like he's going to be added to the
How you
staff
doing today, Duma?
at the end. He's being indoctored to all of their practices to where when the time comes, he's going to be like a groundskeeper as well, or just like a helper.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's gonna be consumed by this thing, this place. Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me.
Gosh, man, the story's so good. All right.
Part two?
Well, part two. Sunday, October 26th, 1930. The Living Manor. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. All right. I woke to a sound I had not heard since Friday. The common music of a lived-in home. Water ran in the pipes. A cartwheel murmured down a corridor. Somewhere a kettle sang. I lay still and listened. The hush of careful staging had lifted, and with it the dream of a museum kept by ghost finally parted. I readied for the day and stepped through the threshold. The estate did indeed bear life within it. Outside, a window showed two
fuck.
gardeners crossing the far terrace with rakes slung along their backs, boots printing the gravel still wet from night air. Inside, a porter passed through the hall.
Doing
with
okay.
folded
That's
linen.
good. That's good.
Good morning, sir.
Said a steward at my elbow. His coat was dark and well brushed.
Breakfast is being prepared for you.
I fought a laugh.
Well, aren't you a welcome sight?
He gave the smallest bow.
I'm pleased to hear that, sir. Please, come this way.
As we walked, he kept pace beside me, his steps a half step out of rhythm, as if learning a gait long rehearsed in theory and never performed. How? See, stuff like that. Little things like that give the implication like maybe these aren't people, maybe they're things just trying to be people. But his like the way he says it, long rehearsed but never performed, tells everything. It's been an empty house. They've been expecting company, but they've never had to walk before, but now they do. Man.
Forgive an impertinent question. Where were you all yesterday? Preparing, sir. For what? For today, sir. I was beginning to think the house was empty.
I said after a time.
I regret to say your inkling was wrong, sir. We were here listening to you.
Listening.
Listening?
He cast a look toward the stairwell.
Of course, sir. You spoke to us.
What do you mean?
When one speaks, one is heard. You were never alone. We valued your kind remarks and cannot wait for you to join us this evening.
And here I thought I was just speaking to empty halls. Why, if I may ask, appear now, but not before?
He paused at the landing.
It was desired.
By whom?
By those who serve. We have not been seen for a long time. We expressed our desire to attend you in person. We found great enjoyment in hearing the sounds of a guest.
And the master approved of this deviation?
Trace of light reached his eyes like the flame of a fever.
He was persuaded, sir. Great works are often amended by necessity and passions. Lord help that you sought us out first.
Oh man. Okay, so because he called out,
What a little fucking
because he
creepy
spoke to
bastard. A
them-
little creepy fuck
Yeah.
walking around
Well,
like that.
he's like a demon or like some
He's like,
spirit
he's
or
like some
something
like little
within the
fucking
house.
gnome,
Yeah.
whatever. I keep just mentioning like a gnome with a full fucking like tent pitched right there. He's just like,
Well, you called to us and we answered.
it's like you look like a little tripod.
Thank you, sir.
Why are you 1.5 feet tall? It's like I'm actually the tallest of my species, sir.
Yes, sir.
So because he called out, like with the compliments about the food and stuff like that, the house answered, but he wasn't supposed to do that. And with the record playing the night before, I feel like it's a bad thing that he sees everyone now, right? Has to be. It's like, okay, you want to see what's behind the veil? Here you go. And now he can never leave.
Yeah.
This is again, last time I'll say it. this is the plot of the song by the Eagles, Hotel California. And that's okay. It's a good song. Like the idea of a mysterious manor you check into with spirits that you are trapped there. I like that. But this is Hotel California, which is good. I like both those things. So
Check your Discord real quick.
Do what?
Check your Discord really fast.
He's sending the image of me bent over the table like at least 24 times. As a friend and a business partner, I'm asking that this picture does not see the light of
It's
day.
not gonna see the light of day. It's not. It's not.
Because if anyone sees a Meat Canyon drawing of me doing that, it'll immediately become, what did he do? And the answer is nothing besides this podcast, which might have been a mistake, but here we are. Just in the middle of me, like just going on about how beautiful this is and the writing and style and stuff, you're just sending me a drawing you did. You realize how weird of a relationship this is? You could just draw me doing that. And then that no one else has that interaction with people.
You can do that to me if you want.
That's such, what?
You can do it to me if you want.
I can't do that.
Sure you can.
I can't do that. I can't.
Commission someone, Wendy Goon.
Actually, I was going to do something as a bit, but I don't have a pen around me, so never mind.
Commission someone.
No, I can't. I have no ability to draw. I let the mystery go. Coffee
Let the
floated up
community
stairs
do
with
it
the
for
light
you.
Salt, broiled fish, and the sweet tang of fresh fruit. He guided me to the dining room. The vases along the sideboard held fresh plants and stems, their leaves still wet.
Please,
Stewart said, drawing a chair.
and if you'd like, your morning paper.
He set a folded broadsheet by my cup. The masthead was from Albany and bore yesterday's date. I saw an article from Denton advertised on the front page. A woman in gray set down a dish in front of me.
If you require another egg,
She said.
ring once.
Her vowels were neat and her attention was fixed on the rim of the plate. I thanked her. She bowed and went. I ate like a man found exonerated on all charges.
This manor makes for some strange bedfellows.
I said, with a mouthful of sugared fruit.
Sir? That wasn't meant to be an insult. You keep good order. That is the intention. Will the master join us at any point today? I've yet to meet the man who invited me.
He opened his shirt pocket and reached inside. An embossed cream card lay within, the letters raised in sober black. He offered it to me.
Your invitation, sir.
It read,
This evening in the Great Salon at 8 o'clock, the Torrennial procession will be presented. Your attendance is no longer requested as a mere journalist, but as a proper tenant of this estate. A.D.
I touched the card.
I
turned the
I
card.
like how it's just like, you're no longer work for anyone. You live here now. It's pretty much what that is. What that reads like.
You're stuck here forever. So good luck. See, maybe it's dimensional, right? Because he slept there that night, he heard the things, and now he's in the other plane where the workers are. So this is what it always looks like here. But to the new guests, those who arrive from our world, they're invisible. It's just happening around them. Also, his initials being AD is like, Anno Domini, Year of Our Lord.
After death,
So-
kind of thing too.
After death. Yeah. So it kind of goes back to that idea that maybe he is in a, not to say that, Delorier is time or immortal or something like that, but it gives the idea that he is all encompassing.
Unhand
right?
base.
Yeah.
I turned the card and felt the bite of the letters against my skin.
You guys can't see,
At
not
last,
now,
the
not
point toward which
now,
all this has marched. As you say, sir,
not now. You
there
will
be
see
many incidents?
eventually.
all who serve.
He answered, which I took to mean the entire staff.
The reflection on
house
a
I'll tend
laptop?
to.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
said,
It's
half in
censored,
jest.
so
Ghost of a smile touched his mouth.
censored
House is
heavily.
always present.
I bet it is. He stepped back and let two porters pass with a folded carpet between them, both sharing its weight. Behind them came a boy with a box of bulbs wrapped in paper and tied with string. Took the sights in and felt ease move through me. Just a sense of safety in the company of others. Sunday, October 26th, 1930. The library and workroom. When I finished eating, my plate was taken without flourish. Another cup of coffee was prepared for me at my right hand. The steward waited until I had emptied my second glass before asking.
Would you care to walk the room, sir? All of our staff are allowed entry.
I suppose I would.
I stirred from my seat.
That sounds like a wonderful gift.
We set out on our tour. The library opened like a great chamber carved from ember. Green glass lamps cast their calm over the reading tables. Shelves rose from floor to ceiling, each tier numbered in gilded characters that caught the light. The ladder waited among them, wheels chalked in place. Between the shelves hung framed blueprints of bridges, arches, and grid cities drawn in heavy ink. Even though every shelf stood full, nothing felt random. Upper tiers held architecture, city planning, hydraulics. The middle ranks turned stranger with titles such as Treatise on Natural Order, Structures of Elysian Design, Magnetism and Manifestation. On the lowest shelf, a set of volumes in tarnished leather bore a single embossed title, Mechanics of Deform Adaptation. Their spines carried diagrams of orbits and cogs.
The master read from those the most often. Imported from Munich, I believe.
Deform adaptation, so like the forms of deity, like how to change them.
He reads that one.
okay.
He reads that one all the time. Really. All right.
He likes to read that one and float in the garden. And what? Anyway, this is the coffee machine. I set a finger to the edge of one of their covers. The binding held warmth, though the lamp above gave a little heat. I drew back, uneasy at the sensation.
Good Lord. He has cataloged creation itself.
The steward gave no reply, but his attention lingered on the books as if to confirm my exaggeration. Beside a writing desk resided a small lectern. Upon it rested a chained tome of heavier make than the others. Its title read, Muric Tables of the Ninth Configuration. I turned a page and met with the same drawings I had seen behind the wall panel. Lattice diagrams of motion and spiraling currents rendered in metallic prose. Each depiction labeled with symbols from no language I knew. Between the lines ran faint notations of ideal temperatures and prime decibel rates.
The master crafted that text himself. He called it his great magnum opus. He said it showed the same order that guides both Adam and Empire.
I was just gonna say, what's it about? It's kind of funny. It's just like it guides Adam and Empire. Oh yeah, really? What is it about? What's it? That sounds cool.
He saw earlier, I mean, along with all the supernatural things he's seen, but he saw earlier this configuration of wires that was a language he couldn't perceive. And now he sees in like the ghost book room that he has 9 tables of these, which 9 goes back to like Trinity symbolism, like threes and triangles and stuff like that. So he has like this occult book that is these unspeakable shapes and designs that control everything from atoms to empires. And he's like, oh, really? So like, is there like pictures and stuff? Is it like a story? I followed the ink line by line.
What is it about?
The steward studied the text without a change of face.
The study of language, I believe. The master held that small and that vast share of single alphabet. He called it the law of resemblance. Thought the same grammar could guide living engines.
Oh.
Living engines? The difference between faith and voltage is smaller than most care to see.
Oh. Oh. You know what? Draw the picture of me. I don't care. That line. Okay. I've talked about this concept like a dozen times on this show before, like how cool it is to think that like electricity was ran by like spiritual stuff. Perfectly encapsulated in the sentence, the difference between faith and voltage is smaller than most care to see. That's so good. That's so good. That hits so hard. Oh my gosh. I'm fired up. I'm excited. This is the most removed from happy we can possibly be. I gotta say, to be honest with you, so far, this is like just the tone, the setting, the writing, and all that. This is one of my favorite stories we've read on the show.
Wow.
I think.
You think?
But
Really?
Mother Horse Eyes is still my favorite, I think, and that's going to be a hard one to beat.
Mother Horse
But
Eyes
this
is a
is
12-hour
this is
episode, by
getting
the
me-
way.
it's got my goat pretty good right now.
I was trying to
And
watch
the
it.
idea of like he figured out the reason he's so powerful is because he figured out like this secret hidden thing that these spirits gave to him long ago, and he's
So
trying
long.
to recreate it. And he's almost like a prophet writing down the symbols that control everything, and it's allowed him to create this living house, this
I'm
extra dimensional
invested.
space. And the
I mean, I
statues
guess
that he
if I'm
builds is him
doing like
trying
a
to build,
long
effigies of them to try to
working
give them life
session.
again, but they can't have a face. Like I traced the outline of
Oh,
one
Lee,
sigil.
welcome
I
back.
said sigil earlier too. Man, I just bear trapped this
From
whole
YouTube
thing
chat.
so hard. I am awesome.
Welcome in. Welcome
I
in.
traced the outline of one sigil with the barrel of my pen. It resembled a circuit spine, yet its pattern held the balance of a cathedral plan. There was beauty in it, along with something that repelled my eye. I looked toward the shelves again. Certain books bore no
And
titles.
consistently.
May I
I
see
mean,
one
they
of
were
your
doing it
writings?
in sections.
Consider
Probably
free.
one
I drew a single volume
one
free
session
and put it on the
was 4 hours
You may read
long,
what is
and then
But you may
yeah.
not speak the words aloud.
like that. But
the
god
words
damn,
are meant only for the master's mouth.
The pages held mechanical sketches.
it's
that
gotta
seemed
be
to
like
shift
one of
into
their
the volume.
longest episodes.
Some
Surely nothing can
represented
top
tools,
that.
while others proposed devices of unclear purpose. Among them stood human figures composed of gears and valves, limbs rendered in cross sections with their hearts replaced by spoils of copper wire. Let's go, baby. Mechs.
Let's go.
Necro mechs. People, like, he figured out how to use wires to control, so all the stuff behind the scenes is like mechanized people. That's literally House of the Worm. The thing I said earlier, that's the SCP I like so much. That's the idea that people were
Necro.
like converted into machinery.
Necro Evangelion meme.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was
gosh, that
split.
goes
Oh,
so
they didn't
hard.
put. They didn't just
He figured
upload it
out how
in
to
one
the like
one go.
how to use these mechanics and these shapes
With
to bring life
restarting
into
what you guys
copper, like how
want
to
to be
use
my
voltage to create a
therapist or
living
something. A
house,
12-hour
and put
yap.
it
If
inside of
you guys
people
let me do
to
a
make these
12-hour yap
puppeteered, like,
session, letting me
steampunk
trauma dump
zombies,
for the whole
that is
12
so
hours, I can
cool.
totally do that.
This story is so cool.
5-hour videos.
Oh
And how
my
many
gosh.
videos was it?
I closed the cover and stepped back. The steward returned it to the shelf.
The master read here at night. He preferred the quiet hours of the evenings. He read more than he slept.
I must say, this is a different house than the one I walked last night.
It is the same house, only seen in different light.
Man, bear trap again.
If I was muted, no.
Okay, yes,
No,
so
you're
it's
gonna
like,
hear
it's
the
same
story of
house,
my
they were
life from
always
hour-
there, but he was
from
just in a
minute
different
1 to
dimension
hour
or a different
12,
plane.
okay?
He couldn't see what was happening around him, but now he's
For
with
12
it.
hours, smile.
He's
Man,
he's in the space. He's a part of it, and I don't think he can leave.
thank you for the hydrate.
He stepped aside and let me through. We passed the court windows, and I looked out upon the 12 statues in the garden. No statue had shifted. The brass giants kept their places. For the first time since Friday, it truly
Dump
came
it.
to me. Those last
Nah,
2 days
I wanna
might indeed
remain
have been a careful spectacle.
Cool and
Simple,
mysterious,
long curtain rays
nonchalant.
designed to sharpen the appreciation of a very private pageant.
Nonchalant.
Stewart halted at a plain door at the end of a corridor. Its brass knob was unadorned, faintly tarnished where use had marked it.
Would you like to see
Never
the
mind,
room,
you don't
sir?
care. Fuck
It's
you.
not often shown even to servants, though the master has granted us permission.
Very much so.
He unlocked the narrow door with a small toothed key. The air within carried a scent of graphite and sweat. The room stood vast and high, lit by a single glass skylight veined with steel. Drafting tables stood against the walls.
Embrace their
Pencils lay
inner
where they had
cringe.
fallen.
That's true.
Compasses sat
That
open
is
across
very
sheets of
true.
linen
That's why
paper.
Leon is like the top
Some patterns
top
around the room
dog
repeated the same
nonchalant
sigils
guy.
I had seen in the
because
Limerick
he's still
tables.
silly.
Only here they were drawn with a deeper intention.
Get the tractor if you have
Across the
to. I'm
room,
not getting the
some glass
tractor.
tubes ran from floorboard to ceiling, filled with the
I'm
liquid
not
metal
done.
that moved at the base. Small pistons pulsed along their links, keeping the substance in slow circulation. The light that passed through them carried the same color as the manor circuits.
He used mercury as a conductor. He keeps the thoughts of the house connected to will of his hand.
The thoughts?
The master believed that if structure could be made precise enough, thought would follow. A perfect ratio invites a perfect mind. Thus he made this manor his. Oh my God! Thus he made this manor a vessel.
Bro, he is going. At the end, the master killed himself or whatever, and now he is the house.
He's got to be the house. It's the Monster House meme that we were saying.
It's Monster House. It's Monster House with flesh puppet people and like forbidden sigils and like things that speak without speaking and see without seeing. I walked to the central platform. There, a great table stood ringed.
They don't
by
call
iron
him Wendy
lamps with
Goon for
shades blackened
nothing,
by
I
dust.
guess.
Upon its surface rested a full-scale model of the manor. The details struck me dumb for a beat.
You consumed on
Every
the daily,
corner
bro.
of the
That would give me
recess,
alcohol
every window and
poisoning.
parapet had been
You
rendered
kidding me?
the jeweler's
One sip
care.
of that, whatever
Even
he
the courtyard
drinks.
figures stood where they should, fixed in their miniature devotions. But what surrounded the manor silenced me further.
She's right
The
now.
forest was gone.
Kidney or
In its
his
place was a
liver.
vast city of angles and towers.
Rest in peace.
Bridges arched.
Rest in peace,
strict
liver. Rest in
repetition.
peace, my granny. She
Roads
got hit
formed
by a
concentric
bazooka.
rings that drew toward the
Now I
center.
hit. Now I think about it every
closer.
time I hit the
Thin
hookah.
wires wound
Kaboom.
through the model's base, twisting
brow.
in strange loops.
What do you guys know
Man
about that
stood at the
song,
heart
huh?
of the circuitry.
Stuck in my head.
The steward
Ow.
folded his hands at his waist.
He called this his rehearsal of the world to come. He believed this house
Meow,
would be
meow,
the newest
meow,
creation of
meow,
the
meow.
grand design. A gateway to cities thought
Sorry.
unimaginable.
The longer I studied the city, the more its impossibilities showed. Streets folded into one another, becoming corridors without entry or end.
Where would a man walk in such a place? He would not walk, sir. He would circulate. He would be
Circulate?
provided only what he needs to function.
The
Beneath
fuck?
the table, the machinery stirred. A pulse of light moved through the copper and up into the city. One
Why are
tower
you
flickered,
angry?
then another, till the low glow
Go to your
spread
corner
outward
right
like a
now.
dawn through fog.
In your corner right now.
Illumination reached the manor's model and held it in a halo.
Simply
I stood
Perry.
astonished at the glowing city.
True.
You've done well.
I told the steward and meant it.
The show has been spectacular.
Guys, I wanna go lie
We
down.
endeavor to please, sir. Just
I wanna
remember,
go lie down.
8 o'clock you are expected. Until then, the estate is at your disposal.
We left the room as we found it. The key turned. The breath of graphite and casein stayed behind the door. All afternoon, the house wore its best manners.
I like to think that the house is like almost breathing, like almost like through the house, instead of there just being absolute
Why do you
silence.
keep, by the way,
you
do
kinda
that?
hear like a,
Isn't it supposed to be your sleep
or
time
you know,
right
like
about
just
now?
some kind of like almost like the, not that the walls are moving, but just the faintest sound of like a breath or something.
Yeah, it's like the house itself. Yeah, he's in the house, but it's like in this panorama. He's almost in the city.
Doesn't
Like,
want
it's
me here.
this,
Yeah,
he's creating
I
a
mean,
body for
that's
himself. This giant
not what I'm
structure that goes
saying.
on and on and on. Gosh, it's so cool. Man, this is so cool. I'm fired up. Okay. All right. Well, here we are at the pageant. Here we go. Are you ready, Hunter?
Let's do it.
Sunday, October 26th, 1930. The pageant.
Cause of work. Oh,
I
nice.
spent the
Nice.
early hours before 8 in ordinary pleasure.
What
In
time
a
is it
small
over
sitting
there?
room,
Question.
I found a tray of little cakes, sugared just enough to catch the light. I ate one and let a laugh slip out. In another life, I might have stayed and written a polite column about a fine estate.
Hi, Joffy. Good afternoon.
Man, that's so weird. Like because at the beginning of this, he was just coming to write about the house, write about the guy scene, and now it's so much more. Now it's the immortality through machines, turning yourself into the house, turning yourself into circuits made of faith. And I made pass with the tray of small glasses.
Cider, sir?
Gladly.
I said and took one. Tasted like an entire orchard held within a single glass. At a quarter before 8, the steward met me outside the great salon.
If you would.
He said, smoothing his coat. Several seams had darkened and appeared singed and rewoven. Paid it no mind, and I chose not to break the spell. I bet underneath the coat, he's one of the automatons.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. He's definitely like a scorched piece of like machinery.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the ending of Church in the Woods, or Spire in the Woods, remember?
Oh yeah, with the like ballerina automaton.
Yeah, the people that got turned into the clockwork machines and stuff like that. Ahead, the salon had been set as a
Your
theater.
guys' place. Good
Chairs
night.
stood in rows,
Whoa.
each aligned to face a stage. Chrome lamps climbed in tiers. Their reflective shades raised a white shimmer that settled like stars across the ceiling. Workers and servants filled
Rest in
and
peace, my
wearing
granny.
pressed
She got
uniforms
hit by a
small
bazooka.
moons. A curtain at the far end of the stage held my sight. A fall of dark, glassy cloth, not velvet, some soft skin that drank in the light but kept its sheen. Above it, a familiar crest showed 2 wings nested in a triangle worked in gold thread. The steward led me to a seat at the center.
The master will attend shortly. Will the master be speaking?
A courteous curve touched his expression. The corners of his lips parted like cracked paper. He raised a forefinger as if to test for rain, then lowered it with a satisfied nod.
He is here.
The lamps dimmed. From the wings of the room, a hush moved in like a tide. Then he came. The architect walked out from the wing like a depiction from a drawing.
Mother Eyes got
He
hands.
stood tall and exact.
Fucking long,
coat
bro.
cut to a blade.
I gotta
covered
watch.
by
I
his
gotta
own
actually
He did not hurry. Nothing in him
watch it,
hurried.
or not watch. If not
When
watch
he
it,
halted at the center of the stage, the room seemed to lean forward an inch.
My friends,
read about it.
He said, his
At
voice
least,
as
at the
clear
very
as a bell.
least.
you have labored with me through seasons of frost and mud. You have kept the shine where it belonged and taken the dust from where it did not. I promised you a complete work. 3 years ago, I delivered it. Tonight, I would deliver it again.
He raised a hand towards the great window above him. Its glass blackened to keep out the sky.
This is our night. Many years ago, we opened our sight for the first time. You sat where you sit now, each of you faithful to my word. That night, our world was opened up to the world of dreams. It lasted for only a mere instant. And in that moment, we have been viewed with approval.
A ripple moved the crowd. His hands opened as if presenting a blueprint before the sun.
For 7 years before that night, I walked in the city of dreams only in my sleep. Its streets ran beneath my eyelids. Its towers rose in the pulses behind my eyes. I wandered there while my body lay still in this world. I saw patterns that no ruler could measure, lines that knew where they must go before any hand could guide them. From that city I learned proportion beyond reason, and from its grit I drew the lifeblood that gave this place its existence. Every wall you touch, every stair you climb, speaks in the language of dreams.
He paused. The lamps surged, their glow deepening to a vivid gold.
I did not work alone. As you know, a hand guided me. Not a hand of flesh, a hand of sovereignty. An emperor that knows how to rule a city without speaking. It placed its hand upon me and moved my tools until they obeyed its rhythm. It taught me to build as the heart builds. To thread the house with nerves of copper and iron until it could remember the dream from which it came. And this is not sorcery. This is order. The law of pattern brought to completion. I call this manner the aperture, which touches the land of my dreams. I once more bestow this manner with the same name I see written on the walls behind my eyelids. Attend.
Oh my gosh. The curtain to his back rose without rope or pulley. Behind it, a pillar stood revealed, taller than 2 men and wider than a carriageway. Its span forged of brass and panes of dark glass with the depth of water. The lintel carried tall letters that seemed to move while standing still. I read the word inscribed upon it twice before my mind accepted it. Pandemonium. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh. 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 Oh, Hunter. Oh.
It's sick.
Oh.
It's very sick, dude. It's really good.
Bro, it's so good. It's so good. Pandemonium, the name of the city of the devils from Paradise Lost. When the devil brought the demons to hell, he named it Pandemonium. All chaos, chaos rules in Latin. Oh, he was in his dreams. He was a famous architect who had influence and power. So the devils or the spirits reached out to him and showed him visions of things he couldn't understand, but they were too beautiful to turn away from. In his sleep, he was shown curves and architecture and order. And because of that, he used all of his power to build a house that was a Ouija board, a giant summoning stone to bring these things in the world. And he tries to give them shape, and that shape is these giant brass statues without faces. It's the effigy for these demons that brought him this place. And now he has performed their goal and used his house as a ritual, used his power to create circuitry that has life, forms that they can speak through, ways for them to interact with the world. He's effectively turned his house and this imaginary city around him into a poltergeist for these things. He has brought pandemonium from hell to earth. And he thinks it's in the name of power in the name of greatness, things to rule empires, not realizing that maybe the things that rules empires and guides man's hand is evil. Okay, so Mother Horse Eyes is like still, it just did so much right, and it took its time and weaved it together. I still think it's my favorite, but if this pulls this off at the end, this might be my second. It's the name is Pandemonium. Okay. All right. You know, it's funny because in the beginning you were making the jokes about me with the drawing and stuff like that, and it was like kind of hee hee ha ha then, but now it's not even a joke.
No, I know. I know you have full ropes and spider webs in your pants for sure. Motherfucker's got the whole entire novel of Charlotte's Web right there in his pants right now. I get it. I fully understand.
Okay. With that word, the heat rose at once. Cloth stuck at the small of my back. Air drew toward the pillar and took the air from my lungs. The lamps brightened until they sang. I turned to take in the room as a whole. The audience had changed while I had attended the speech. Faces I once considered handsome now drew tight. Mouths had been pulled back. Teeth showed like exposed hardware. A footman near the aisle buckled backwards at the knees, yet kept standing. Meanwhile, a maid next to him had her skin begin blistering in bubbles across her cheeks. No one screamed, though several mouths opened and did not close. The sound that came out of them was from a parched choir, a gathering of throats without water. Fingernails blackened before me, vapor climbed from skin. The steward who had seated me went to both knees. He slithered on the ground with a grace that would have pleased a dancer. A seam along his collar had parted and exposed a ribbon of copper laid against his throat. It flickered under the light like a small fish beating against a net. He pressed the seam closed with his palm and kept to his dance.
Do not be afraid. Step through and be made equal. Step through and be made equal to yourselves.
His hand cut a narrow path in the air.
What you mistake for torment is only the shedding of variance. What you call death is only a species of waste. The city allows for nothing to be wasted. 3 years ago, you were shown the first light. Tonight, you will walk within it.
Step through and be made equal to yourself. So it's like the human distinctions, differences between people is condensed down to like code, right?
The
You all
entire
become
mod
one
list
flesh.
is
You
bored.
return to the collective, right? You all become exactly the same as tools for this
07.
machine. A
07
vehicle
modders.
for consciousness. It's also the note of the guy slithering away. At
Good
the
thing I
end of
never modded
Paradise
it.
Lost, all the demons in Pandemonium are turned into snakes. As punishment from God, they're all made to slither across the ground. So now this is almost like their reckoning, right? They see it as a gift, but this is their torment, finally. The thing that they've asked for, being made to be. Glass in the high window gave way with a cough. Shards and soot fell over the ranks. The architect smiled.
That's so
Along
weird.
the line were
Yeah, I know.
Tooth in a deep charm.
Well, I'm a
color of
purist though.
People of the work. The
I
gate is open.
appreciate his
people
muscles
of the work.
with a shirt on.
Oh, what a good word. What a cool word. What a cool word for the people that have built hell on earth. Oh, that's so cool. Oh. A woman by the aisle turned her face. The skin at her neck parted like paint on a hot pipe. She did not falter. She moved for the pillar. Her joints were answering a lesson rehearsed for another stage and another body. Oh my God. Is this not, bro? Like, just like, I need you to nerd out with me a little bit.
I mean, it's good. It's very hard. It's a coming competition. You have an entire, caked pants. It's awesome. I'm enjoying it in my own way. I'm just not like, ugh. I'm not freaking out.
I need you to freak out a little bit. Just like the way her body is moving. Thank you. There you go. That's what I want. That's what I want.
You fucking god.
Okay,
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh fuck! It can't stop. Oh fuck! Charlie horse! Ah! Oh fuck!
So-
I'll have what she's having.
Fucking hell.
Well done. All right.
Thank you.
Several others fell in behind her, their open mouths bobbing with each step.
Sir?
I said to the steward at my side, though his pupils clouded to ash.
We must leave.
His mouth widened and held. At the base of his ears sat a wheel no wider than a coin. Turned one notch and stopped with a click. In that tick, I met with the truth that I had refused to name. They were not servants in the old sense. They were living machines. Kept, repaired, set to functions. The house had gifted them a form and taken its payment in their pain. Their autonomy had been bargained away long ago.
Sir, how long have you been like this?
He parted his lips. No word came. Only a hiss of air through a crack that should have been flesh. He raised his palm as if to calm me, yet his palm shook from a tremor that did not belong to fear, but to strain without relief. The pillar drew air again. The house answered it. Its circuits spoke in rapid code beneath the floor like fluid driven through jets. Each pulse matched the heat's ascent until all measured beats became one drum. I fled. The corridor that held the salon bent into a duplicate of itself. I saw a sunburst above the ladder of the two halls and followed under it. Paint blistered in fish scale patches. Light pooled rust red on the
How'd
floor
you hear
and
that?
turned tacky under my soles. I crossed the gallery and found one statue had stolen a half step it did not own yesterday. Its brass knees split open, each crevice widening with a low groan. Heat poured out of the fractures like breath from a furnace. Beneath the riven metal, something living turned, its surface slick as ink. A round, colorless eye opened under the plating and fixed through the shell, as if trapped there for centuries and now walking to its hatred. The other statues followed. Cracks raced through the figures. Light bled from their openings, and through the breaks I saw glimpses of the same eye repeated again and again, each glancing in different direction. The figures moaned in confinement. Brass screamed when they flexed. I spared them no more of my time. I ran into the nearest passage, stumbling across uneven stone. Beams overhead shook with a low vibration. A cart stood ahead of me in the service lane. A porter braced upon it with both arms. Tar melted from the wheel's rim. He turned toward me. Stress lines scored beneath his eyes.
You should be seated, sir. Orders are orders. What are you speaking of? The word. We must keep to the word.
His cheeks cracked at the edges and did not bleed. A faint whir came from the hinge of his elbow. I shivered.
Ring once if you require anything.
He repeated the phrase in broken repetition.
Ring once if you... Ring once if you... Are you in pain?
He pressed his forearm to the cart, metal knocked together.
We remain in service.
His words fought against him as a vow he could not break. I pushed past him. At the bend of the corridor, I looked toward the window to gain my bearings. What waited beyond the glass stopped me. The manor no longer sat in its clearing. It stood upon a wall at the edge of an endless city. Towers rose without tops, tier upon tier, while smaller buildings slanted among themselves and folded like knives. Streets ran in every direction, perfect in their geometry, endless in their descent. Bronze arches spanned avenues, choked in smoke. Buildings glowed from within with light the color of molten ore. The sky turned in slow spirals, clouds thick with embers that felt like snow. In the far distance, beyond the outer spires, a shape moved. It was vast enough to make the tallest towers seem no higher than undriven nails. Its gargantuan body lay half buried in the ashy haze, but I saw its terrible heads through the clouds. All three of them, each bending and lifting in turn, each mouth gnashing upon the others. Teeth met teeth in endless hunger. Bro.
I knew you were gonna shoot a fucking fat one after that. I was like, oh god, I can smell it too, dude. I smell fucking pumpkin seeds and fucking peanut butter. It is horrible. I'm telling you, it is a gnarled, thick Elmer glue that is just dripping out of your screen.
Bro. Dude, he's hell is a city of right angles and circuitry because that's what they use to communicate. And now that he's in hell beyond it, he sees Lucifer from Dante's Inferno, half buried under the earth, like he is in that story, with the mouths gnashing on each other continuously. Pandemonium is a city of angles built to be given to a prophet, an antichrist, to bring it forward to the earth. And this is his judgment day. This is his rapture. Oh, gosh. Oh, and it's done like a 1920s Great Gatsby house. Like Gatsby is the prophet of Lucifer to bring pandemonium to the earth. And the mention of the bronze statues, it says he saw countless eyes. It's like the depiction of the biblically accurate angels, right? The eyes, the Ophanim, the wheels within wheels. It's that, but it's the fallen angels. It's the ones that need a new form because they're not holy in divinity with God anymore. So the demons are forced inside of these brass things and are only now given the power to move, but they're trying to burst out of it, their infinite form and the shape. Oh. Okay. I'm about it. I'm fired up right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this energy, but I gotta do something. Whew. The sounds of its motion reached through the window, a deep grinding that set the glasses to tremble. The sight and sound alone pressed hard enough to nearly buckle my knees. I knew then what had placed its hand upon the architect, and it was nothing of God.
You better keep your hands in fucking screen because you better hold your hands up for the rest of the fucking episode.
Okay. This is, bro, is this not just like, you get it though, right? For me,
I'm having I mean, it's fucking awesome. It's super sick.
I mean, specifically with like everything I like. I mean, like,
no, this is literally right up your alley.
Okay, yeah, all right. I tore myself from the window. The walls sweated more thickly now. Plaster split in thin cracks that widened as I passed. The gramophones began speaking again in every hall. Each uttered a fragment of the architect's tenor, all out of order.
Stay.
Said one.
Open.
Said another.
Return.
Hissed a third. Their vocal cords twitched like nerves along the floor. I set my palm to the wall to steady myself and felt the house drawn release against the meat of my hand. At the corner, a maid came forward with a basin. The sloshy water wore a skin of muck and dull colors. Steam rose from her wrists in little threads, heat alight beneath the skin. She set the basin down, lifted both arms as if for inspection, then spoke in the tone used at shop counters and streetcars.
Sir, the lamps to your liking? You're burning! We keep the shine.
She answered. The words trembled. Her mouth tried to smile and forgot the motion. A brass staple held her lips apart on one side.
Please be seated when requested.
She added, as if reciting a rule from a handbook.
Who did this to you? Was it the architect or this thing or those things outside?
She turned, showing the back of her neck. There a gauge lay beneath the skin like a coin under parchment. It ticked, stopped, then ticked again.
The house remembers.
She lifted the basin and went toward the glow behind me, leaving prints that smoked on the stone. I lurched toward the vestibule. Ahead, the front door stood ajar. Beyond it waited another, set deeper into the wall, a door that had not existed before. Between the two doors lay a grate that pushed out hot air with the smell of iron, oil, animal pins, and charred meat. It was from the lungs of something far larger than the house itself. Dude, There it is. There's the final prayer. There's the thing beneath the house that breathes, the living contraption.
It's my favorite.
Oh.
It's I have a stiffy as well. Anytime a little
Oh, man.
final prayer, Borderlands kind of thing happens, oh boy,
The beast beneath.
love it. The pagan god kind of thing. I fucking love it.
Mm-hmm. Behind me came the sound of breaking metal. I turned. The entire staff stood attentive. Souls in uniforms that no longer fit their bodies, patient before a gate they had tended to for years. Near them, a statue stepped from its plinth and set one terrible foot on the marble. Brass cracked open along the chest, and within the tear, a heart of brilliant fire turned like a spindle. The room lit as a furnace. The room blazed. Curtains went to ash. A steward walked forward as if conjured by duty. He steadied himself as the floor shook under our feet.
Sir, this is the hour. We would prefer you among us. You are in pain. Why would I want this? Pain is a word for those who have not yet experienced suffering.
He said, and he lowered his regard and let the smallest confession slip.
Do not leave. Your words helped us remember who we were.
The steward's mouth moved as if he tried to recall a name.
You can leave with me. Our feet answer to the word.
A small gear turned under the skin at the base of his ear. Fell to mesh, skipped, caught again.
Ring once if you require anything.
Phrase returned, stripped to reflex.
Ring once.
Toward himself, as if hunting the piece that kept his mind from reaching mouth. Flesh and mechanism left him and found a heap on the floor. The statue turned to face him. I took that moment to kneel beside the pedestal where the first gramophone had stood. I set my notebook there, each page filled, every line a stake driven down with warning. If anyone finds this, you must retreat. This is not a spectacle. The conqueror that eats all pageants has paid this manner a visit and will not be satisfied with one appearance. I am going through the second door now because there is no other honest choice. My hope is simple, that it opens not upon that infernal city but back into the living world, into whatever grace that still waits for men. If the city takes me, let this record be the warning you need to depart.
Peak.
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 Hi, Craft. How you doing?
Story, dare I say, I mean, one of the finest things we've read. Perfect pacing. It's interesting. It's like the whole story is literally, it's a 3-day march. How many stories have we read where it's been like multiple days of a guy like basically uncovering a mystery, you know? But then it feels like I mean, the thing about like Deep Woods, all the kind
What's
of like
the address,
woods
please,
episodes
for
usually
the
that, like
video?
camps, all these other kind of things. This being
Spire in the Woods was kind of like that with them trying to figure out the legend and things.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I just think, I don't know. This is just so well paced. I mean, I don't know. It reveals itself in such a great way. It doesn't linger.
Yep.
It kind of gives you what you want to hear and then just like fucks right off. It's just a
Going to work soon. Good
also
luck
just
with
a nice
work.
two-parter.
I am doing.
Two-parter that had actually some meat on it. some meat
Okay,
on its
I'm pretty
bones. It wasn't just
tired,
too short.
so
It just,
I'm
it
ending
felt really,
stream
really
soon.
great. I mean, I really think it's one of the best stories we've read. Which granted, we still are a bit, we're
Quite
sobering
soon,
up from
quite
Happy
soon.
Happy and all the other stuff that we've been reading lately. But still, I think that this is just really such a treat. I mean, Strange Accounts, Travis is just always does such a great job.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can't even. What's funny is I'm reading through the replies right now because this was posted on r/creepcast, and someone said, not to glaze you any more than Wendigoon already has. Edgelord Darkrape, you haven't seen anything yet. You
sleep
don't
last
know
night? I
how
did,
much can
but
glaze
I've just
this
been
guy. Bro, just
super
I mean,
low
I said most of
energy
it during the episode
because
but not
I didn't drink
only
any caffeine today.
hitting so many cool themes, and the payoffs are cool in ways I don't expect them. And sure, they're things I like, but they're also like so well woven together that by the end it makes sense to incorporate, demons and the devil and like circuitry being a form of possession and like
You're not tired. You're not the
multidimensional
first
houses. Like,
person to say that.
you get the clues in
Grr.
an order that it makes sense, but
Grr.
also
It's just that when I'm
to do
doing
that,
work
like you
sessions
said, at
lately,
such good
I
pacing, to where
work
we
for an
figure out
hour and then I
pieces
go
of the
lie
mystery
down.
one at a time, and it never lets off the gas. It
So-
just keeps like escalating
And
one point at
then
another.
lie down for 30 minutes and then
I
work
just like how
for
it's that
4
huge
hours.
ending.
I just
Stuff
love
like
how
that.
True
I
does by
take
just
a lot of
continuously
breaks when I'm not
unraveling this
working
home.
on
Like, it really
stream.
doesn't, like-
So
Yeah.
It doesn't have all these giant visual thrills, I guess. It's just slowly unraveling. And you know what? I hate doing this, but like with
Everyone else who said it is
that's just what my mind
copying
is on,
me.
but it does
Okay.
feel like just like a Resident Evil kind of like
Sure,
lurking
man.
through the house. Resident
Sure.
Evil 2 kind of lurking through the house.
Yeah, the story almost has a what's the word? everyone
Whatever
said?
you
Like,
say,
the
whatever you say.
Castlevania, a style where it's like you have a building that's like continuously expounded upon, and you learn more and more about the space. Like the space stays the same size, but it gets deeper as you learn more about it, right? Metroidvania, yeah.
First
No,
of
all
all,
in all,
see
this is a
you,
really,
see
really
you,
good
and good
story.
luck with
I
work.
think, I do think
Goodbye,
and not to
goodbye.
mention how well like certain sentences are written, how the great control of grammar and English he has.
dude, Travis kills every time with that.
Yeah. It's even like little phrases that are there, like the thing about worms, like moving with appetite. Like it's these cool little moments of poetry in the midst of such a well-paced story that incorporates so many cool ideas and has a satisfying payoff. He is such a good writer, dude.
I mean, he's one of the goats. If he is on the Mount Rushmore right now. I mean, he's continuously proved it. Also, too, I love that his stories just keep hitting. Especially we got to read his stuff in person, and all the fans got to interact with it. It was just fucking awesome. I love that we keep uncovering more and more shit from him, and it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Again, everyone. Again, this is not sponsored. You can just tell how big a fan I am. Travis just had a book come out that is a collection of these stories. I have to skip through all the pictures that Hunter has sent me to find it. But Strange Accounts from the American Frontier. We'll have it linked in the description. Get it on Amazon or Kindle. I'm going to buy 12 of these and just give them to people at Home Depot.
This really is. This would be the perfect book just to get a couple and just like share to
You
your
got
friends. As like an
it.
actual like pass around book. When they're done with it, they pass it to somebody else. You did that with me with I Have No Mouth, Must Scream, whatever, and I passed
How
it
did you
off.
like that, by the way?
I loved it. I passed it off to my cousin actually. So
Oh, nice.
I have no idea if he's passed it off, but you know, it's a really fun thing to do though.
Yeah. I think this story is incredible, Travis. That I said this with Kane, with Kane Pixels, and honestly, Hunter, it applies to you as well. Seeing like Kane make movies and you make like movie shorts, creative process, it is so satisfying to see someone do something that they are so good and efficient at that they were born to do it, that there's simply no other place they could be. And reading Travis writing, I feel the exact same way. This guy simply has to write because what else would he be made for, right? He's this good at it. I'm glad that he's doing it, and I'm
What
glad
the hell,
that he's in a world
Wendigoon?
where I know that Travis is a writer and I get to read his stuff.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He is supposed to be doing this, and I'm glad he's here, and I'm glad I get to read it for a living. That's awesome.
Oh.
This is awesome. Life is cool. Never kill yourself.
Never kill yourself.
Strange Accounts, man.
Never kill
We should,
yourself.
yeah, be sure to show the
so
book cover
real.
stuff too. I feel like we need to start doing that more. Is whenever we say
The
go check
next
it out, actually
Resident
have the book cover
Evil
up. 'Cause sometimes,
DLC
too,
will
whenever
be
you, like,
out.
look online, some people have made several copies. Of their
Imagine
published
if you
book,
kill
so I don't know.
yourself,
Yeah,
then that's crazy.
which also
Yeah, I got up here. Well, I mean, normally in the final edit, this is a great cover too. Normally in the final edit, we show this anyway, but and some of these titles, like Private Jonathan Hartwell, like this guy writing in a war story, would be awesome. But yeah, get this like a dozen times. And of course, when the episode goes up, patrons will have it linked in the description and stuff as well. But you can just search Strange Accounts from the American Frontier now.
Thank you so much to all the audio listeners that are listening right now on Spotify and Apple
Feel
Podcasts. and
encouraged
giving
to
us a nice little
live.
rating there. I appreciate you. And thank you to all of our wonderful, beautiful patrons who help support the show and even got to hear this story early, live. Definitely no crash outs or anything. Edited all.
Let's see.
Stop me if you've heard this story before. A cult-like religious figure enters the lives of the ruling family.
I'll keep going for a
of
little bit
country
longer.
during
I want to
periods of
finish this
intense
one
grief.
sketch and then I'll end
Not as
stream.
an official advisor, more as a spiritual guide. And this relationship starts off as harmless. Perhaps it's even a necessary therapeutic outlet for a family member who's already in a stressful position. And over time, this relationship gets tighter, which provides greater access for the religious figure. Soon, the person in charge begins to push official government and political advisors away. The nation's power and framework of authority are being bypassed. Shamanistic rituals and seances start to take place inside the walls of the most powerful building in the country. Then, before anyone realizes it, the spiritual guide isn't just shaping policy that affects millions of people, they're calling the shots. And at this point, you're probably yelling out Rasputin, like this is Jeopardy, and the topic is shadow puppeteers of world leaders. Although that would be dumb because I can't hear you, and this isn't Jeopardy. Admittedly, you wouldn't necessarily be wrong, but this is a different version of that probably familiar story.
I can't unsee
If
that
you stick
fucking
around
image
long
of his
enough,
mouth
you'll
that the
see just how
that his
different
dentist took,
and
bro.
unsettling
I need to
this
like look
version
at my
truly is.
monitor, my
Almost exactly
screen.
1 century after
That the thing I'm
Rasputin's
working
relationship
on.
with Tsarina
Because I
Alexandra
can't.
ended in a bloodbath. And unlike the Rasputin story, this didn't happen in Imperial Russia during the last breaths of a crumbling monarchy. It doesn't end with a wild assassination that includes poison, gunshots, and Bolshevik revolution. No, this version happened in South Korea, and the fallout from these events
Oh, really?
involves corporate money trials, coerced donations, and several high-ranking executives of some of the largest tech companies in the world, defending themselves in court from everything that went down. The scandal left the entire nation of South Korea in political turmoil for months, while its citizens flooded the streets in the largest public protest in the country's short history. If this was Jeopardy, then the answer would be this person was the shaman advisor to the president of South Korea, whose rise and fall bore striking similarity to Rasputin. And the correct answer would be Choi Sun-shil. Or, if it was Jeopardy, it would be who is Choi Sun-shil. But perhaps an even more relevant question would be, how was a private citizen able to turn South Korea,
It's
a modern-day
behind.
democratic
Yeah,
nation
it's because I'm
with the
streaming on
14th
YouTube
largest
also.
GDP, into a
Probably
theocracy,
a reason
almost
why. Because
completely
my
from the
internet's fine.
shadows? To
Anyways,
answer that, we have to ask
let me
one
wrap
last
up.
question.
Let me wrap up.
Who is Park Geun-hye? Well, Miss Park was South Korea's first female head of state. Her scandal was a watershed moment for South Korea. It exposed deep-rooted problems in their young democracy, which had only just begun in 1987 after decades
Not even on
of
screen yet?
authoritarian
Really?
military rule. The nation vowed never to find themselves in that position ever again. So when Park's partnership with Choi, or alliance, or whatever term someone uses for a puppet-puppeteer relationship,
I'm gonna continue watching this video on my own. Everybody, if you're on Twitch chat, because I don't know. Don't let her leave. Hey, 3 hours is a good amount of time of stream time. Alright, I'm gonna end the YouTube live now.
I guess
So,
that would be
if
what
you're
you
watching
would
on
call it,
YouTube,
came to
goodbye.
light.
Goodbye. Hold on.